last session, you found yourselves on the outskirts of Arlock Prison Keep, having escaped down the side of the mountain to a cave where you decided to explore the town and see if you could gather some supplies to venture forth out of the country. Upon reaching the town, you found some cloaks and a backpack in a derelict building, along with a potion of healing that you eventually were able to identify. And you eventually decided to attempt to talk your way into town. You were greeted by an individual in a black suit, partially armor, partially ornamental, in which you were questioned, interrogated, and a fight ensued. Juan, in his stolen armor, was able to successfully deceive the guards that you were to be corralled into a barn for the evening, upon which you would be returned to Juan's supposed master. You escaped the barn, venturing forth into the rest of the town, stealing some equipment from a general store, and making your way south into what is a forest. And it's, even though it's not labeled on the map, I will tell you, it is the Forest of Perona. Purona. You now find yourselves in the Forest of Perona, several hours away from the town, in an abandoned stone hut that looks like it might have been something more once upon a time. You have received a long rest. You have supplies and gear. You find yourselves deep in the center of Thay, still upon Thaymount. And so I would like to kick it to you, Lot. What would you like to do?
I have a quick, long rest related question.
Sure.
Temporary hit points, do they like expire after a long rest?
I believe they do. How did you obtain them?
It's a bonus action I have.
Yeah, I'm almost positive they would expire.
Okay.
They usually either last like an hour or a day, or like next long rest probably. It'll say within the description.
Um, you lose these temporary hit points if you doff the armor.
Oh.
So it's a unique thing for your class. I thought it was just regular temp
No,
HP thing.
no, it's related to my like subclass.
Okay, so that's probably
So
different.
the one thing I would say is, typically speaking, you do not receive the benefits of a long rest, and I can double check this, but you do not receive the benefits of a long rest if you sleep in your armor. Let me double check that.
Ken thinks you guys are all pussies for wearing armor.
I don't know if my guy like takes his armor off.
Well, don't you just shut down for the night? You don't even sleep anyway.
Yeah, I go into like sentry mode where I just like sit.
Low power mode.
What are you?
I guess
This is a good subject for RP now that the
Ricardo
dust
would
is settled. We
study-
question
would-
the robot man.
Yeah, Ricardo would study the robot, trying to figure out in his mind what is going on. Can't figure it out.
We are an odd
Confuses
group
Ricardo.
for sure.
It only
one-
takes me
Yeah.
an action to take it off and on. It probably
One
does
is
some
like-
like fucking magical Iron Man style, like float to the ground.
I feel like
Okay.
Juan is probably fish out of water the most out of all of us.
Just the human.
So,
Oh, yeah, I'm a dragonborn. I'm a scaly lizard, man.
what type of armor is it? Light, medium, heavy?
I think it's heavy.
Okay, so you're
Breastplate, I think?
definitely going to take a penalty.
The breastplate is medium.
Okay,
Oh, then
so when you finish a long rest, which you slept in medium or heavy armor, you regain only 1/4 of your spent hit die. If you have any levels of exhaustion, the rest doesn't reduce your exhaustion level.
I mean, I'll
So
take it off then.
Okay.
I don't want penalties.
Well, then you lose your temporary HP.
Oh, fuck you. I'm gonna bonus action it right back.
I was gonna say he'll get it back when he puts the armor back on.
Yeah.
I feel like the
I'm pretty
question's
sure that
relevant
it
because you
wouldn't
can just do that.
stack. Yeah. It also like wouldn't stack if you
Oh no.
you know what I mean? Cool. Any other items to take care of?
No.
So did we take a long rest when we got here?
I believe that was the case.
Because it was already super early in the morning, right? So we're just gonna be like night owls this whole time.
Yeah.
I mean, it was wasn't it like 3 a.m.? So it's probably like, you know,
I believe it was dawn. I believe the sun was coming up.
when we went to bed.
When you went into the forest, therefore it would be roughly like 8 or 9 a.m. at this point.
All right. Well, Ricardo would suggest finding the river. Can we see the river? Hear
there's
the
a-
river? Any signs of the river of where we're at?
You cannot. And actually, Ricardo, go ahead and make a survival check for that.
Try to smell the water.
That
Oh,
one.
not a good schnoz.
That's good. Get it
Uh,
out of the way early.
So the one thing that you would know is that the river is somewhere to your west. You have no idea how far away it is.
Who has the maps?
Robot.
I do have the map.
Roboticus. All right, let's. Why don't you take a look at those maps and see if there's something you can see that just we can't. You know what I'm saying?
Ken like waves it off if you guys start passing around. He's like, I don't read much.
Well, no, I'm saying Roboticus should look at it.
I know. I'm just saying if we were to,
We're
if we were
looking
to, like, pass it
for
around.
we're trying to find the river.
An escape route.
Yeah.
Or the river.
Ken doesn't know how to read.
All right.
Perhaps
Can I look at the map and see if I can like find the path to the river from these ruins?
You can attempt to do so, though it's going to be very difficult.
Roboticus is proficient in cartography. I don't know if you mentioned that.
Even with my cartography's tools that I have?
Yeah, I mean, go ahead and make a survival or a investigation check. It's up to you.
14.
Just because of the scale of the map alone, you suspect that it could be anywhere from, I would say, a few hours walk to a half or full day's walk from here.
And I
It's
guess
not bad though.
yeah, the next thing to figure out is once
Ken-
we
Ken
find
was-
the river.
Ken would say, point in the direction. I'll cut that time in half.
Yeah. Okay, Ken. So we got to figure out once we find the river, just based on looking at the map, like where do we actually want to like end up once we get there? Because we can tell that there's like a town. So everything on that the Thay map is exactly like what's in the game as far as like the towns and stuff.
It is a relatively current map of Thay. It is dated to roughly 5 to 10 years ago.
Okay. Because if we
So you're unsure of the actual accuracy, though so far, based on the little you have seen, you believe it to be accurate.
if we follow the river south, we'll end up hitting this town Amrithar. So that's if it's anything like Zool, it'll probably be unfriendly.
Probably
But
welcome.
Should probably go around it.
yeah,
Ken's
but
not paying attention. You guys are planning to.
we could maybe go that way until we get to a road. I don't know how you guys feel about road banditry. I've done a few, I've done a few highway heists myself. Maybe
Anything
we-
to get out of here.
yeah, maybe we jack like a trader's cart or
I just
something
wanna get
wagon,
home.
and
Ken holds out his bag. He's like, I got everything I need. We don't need to take anything from people.
okay, Ken.
Well, I
Ken?
suggest we hit the river, follow it until we hit the sea, and we try to get a boat out of here.
Okay.
get as far away from this place as we can. As quickly.
Ken like scratches his chin. He's like, I'd be willing to take a boat though.
All right, good.
Okay, you're a special
Then,
guy, Ken.
follow me, and Ricardo would start heading in a direction he thinks the river would be. Say,
Well,
let's go.
a boat is a means to an end. He doesn't want to
Yeah.
just rob people blind, you know.
Okay. So as a lot of you are standing up in the hut to begin heading out, you begin to gather your things, and there is a cacophony of noise overhead. Birds of all shapes, sizes, and flock seem to be flying south, screeching, calling, cawing. You see everything from eagles to sparrows suddenly taking flight through the trees, and it's this, it sounds like this almost.
Do any of them look like they'd make a solid meal?
Yeah, some of them. You see a goose, for example.
Ken would try to shoot it with
His flaming fists.
Go
if
ahead.
they were within 30 feet, I think.
You could attempt to take one or two out within 30 feet, though probably not the goose.
We are gonna need food for this journey.
Yeah.
Should we
Oh.
all take some shots?
Ken. Well, okay. After Ken took his shot, Juan would say to Ken,
That
Ken,
one. Yeah, what's up, bud?
we're trying to keep a low profile at the moment.
Yeah, and
would you
he
mind
would
not?
scream like flaming fists when he
Would you mind not shooting fireballs into the air, possibly starting a forest fire?
Ken
That'd be-
sort of turns
that'd
his
be
head.
great.
He's like,
I
"Let's not
do
light the forest on
agree
fire,
that
man.
we
I just wanna
should,
get food. I'm hungry."
before we go on our travels, we should maybe do a little hunt. If only we had someone in the group who was pretty good at hunting. Oh yeah, Ricardo.
Ricardo puffs his chest
I
out.
bet Ricardo's probably good at hunting.
That guy's got a bow.
Maybe Ricardo could spend a few minutes looking for some tracks for some like deer or some kind of, something he can kill easily. And yeah.
Ken starts pissing. He's like, "Why don't you track this?"
All right, Ken.
I would ask first and foremost, what is your passive survival, Ricardo?
Passive survival, is that a real thing?
So it'd be 10 plus
Additional
your
effect.
survival skill bonus. So that would be like,
All right, 10 plus survival would be a 16.
okay, that is good enough. On your walk through the forest to this point, you noticed a lack of small mammals and creatures on the ground. And in fact, a flock of birds acting in or not just a flock, but all birds seemingly acting in a manner as such is indicative usually of some sort of natural disaster in the direction from which they are fleeing.
Like a
There's like a
volcano's
giant
erupting.
Yeah, there's
Is there
a
a
giant volcano
volcano?
in the area, right?
Yeah, Ricardo would suggest a volcano eruption.
That's not a bad guess. You have not
Something's
felt
going
anything
on.
underground, however. There are no tremors. There are no occurrences.
All right, but something's going on. These animals are active.
I wonder if Ken's from this fucking volcano.
No
That'd
way
be
to tell.
crazy.
Yeah.
That would be crazy. Should ask Ken that.
Ken doesn't actually know.
Great. All right. Yeah.
I don't
so
know the lore behind Ganassi enough to
birds.
like.
I mean, obviously something's going on, but I don't know. I mean, they're heading south. Are we? Wait, where did I think the river was? Was that south or
To the
west?
west. Yeah, you believe the river is to the west.
It kind of goes southwest. I think I still want. My recommendation would still be to keep course. Just take note that something weird's going on.
Yeah. Should we does anybody, because you said we're in like, so is this hut the part of some kind of ruins or something?
Yeah, and the ruins themselves are strange. It appears that the hut is at the center of a low stone wall. That would be the middle of the three rings. You are inside the hut, which is the inner of the three rings, and it appears that there was fortifications, maybe. You suspect this was either a fortified dwelling or probably a watchtower, based on the current surroundings and the fact that you are on a slightly elevated rise in regards to everything else.
Hmm. Just an old watchtower in the middle of the forest. All right.
Have we
Uh,
investigated this area?
Oh.
No. That's what I'm thinking.
Ken points at who was with me and found the robes? Was it you, Ricardo?
In front of the what?
When we went by the shack and you found the robes,
Yeah,
he'd
yeah,
point at you and be like, "Hey, do that trick where you find stuff."
yeah. All right, Ricardo would take a look around. Give it a once over. What would that be? Perception or
Yeah, go ahead and make a
investigation?
perception check for that.
He's like, "That last place was a dump, but you found something, so maybe you'll
Oh my
find something
God,
here."
not rolling good, but 13.
This place is completely void of um, anything that could be construed as man-made.
Yeah, this is old. Let's get out of here. Let's keep it move on.
Okay. To the river. Lead the.
To the river. Ricardo would do a survival check and try to head towards the river.
Okay. As you are exiting, you hear a noise. So go ahead and step out of the watchtower ever so slightly. Those of you who would be stepping out.
I'm not an owl bear yet. Are we an owl bear?
We are an owl bear.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
And I'll bring you out ever so slightly.
Um,
I'll wait for you to hop in.
sorry.
No, it's all good.
Is it? That's not the right one. You just send it again. Thank you. All right. Go ahead.
As you step out of the watchtower, you hear a noise, a groaning, a creaking, bone scraping against bone. And as you look, a skeleton begins shambling forth through the trees towards you. And as it does, arrows lance from this direction into the skeleton. 1, 2, 3. Knocking the skeleton over, dead to the ground, bones scattering in a heap. And as you look, an individual steps from behind a tree. Nork.
This is my kind of guy.
And he has his bow drawn, arrow at the ready, not pointed at you, pointed at the ground. And he looks at you all and nods and says, "When the birds flee like that, it can only mean one thing." Incredibly eloquently spoken individual. There's an accent that can really only be described as regal. This individual looks at you all and says, "They're sending the armies of the undead to flush you out. They don't need to send in the wizards, nor the probity corps, or the Thayan knights. These woods should be teeming with skeletons, zombies, and their ilk soon. Where are you headed?"
Ken raises his fist, and then they are suddenly engulfed in flames. And he looks at the guy and says, "Who the fuck are you?"
Ricardo tries to tone down Ken and says, "Nice shot, friend." What's your name?
Oh, no, it's fair, it's fair. I'm Thorak. Thorak, Thorak Longbow.
You a ranger?
Some called me that. I call myself a protector. Who are you?
When you call yourself Longbow, Ken kind of like makes like a sneer and goes, "I've seen longer."
Ricardo would walk over to him and offer a handshake.
As you begin to walk over to him, he does take a step back and says, "Please keep your distance for the moment. What are your names? Why are you in these woods? And why is there an army of undead being unleashed upon them after you?"
Just
We're,
trying to go
we're-
home, man.
Yeah, we're just a band of misfits trying to get out of this misbegotten country.
Leaving Thay.
Just got run out. We just got run out of town up north. Was just trying to find a place for the night, and they're very hostile.
I see. There are safe places here in the forest of Perona. If you so wish, I could bring you to one of them.
Why should we trust you?
Ken wants to roll insight on this guy, see if he's actually being sincere.
Sure, go ahead.
Could be a bounty hunter.
Oh my god. Ken, why Ken?
I mean,
5.
the idea of a safe place is definitely, I don't know, it would be nice, but you have no idea if he's being honest, sincere, distrustful.
Ken doesn't trust strangers like at all at first. So
Yeah, we don't have a whole lot of options. Might as well follow him for now. I mean, we can
Ken
always,
thumbs over his shoulder. He's like, I like this place. We could stay here.
we can always we can always bail at a later time if we need to.
Ken,
I
Ken likes
overheard
the
you.
ruins.
I overheard you talking about the river. Whether you stay here or go to the river, that's your choice. You may be able to defend this place. Hell, I know not your powers. But I suspect they are strong enough to overcome myself, considering there's 4 of you and 1 of me, and, well, strangers in this strange land probably don't make it as far as you would expect. Wizards are
Ken-
powerful.
Ken's like, wait a minute. Do you know this place?
Thay? I know this place very well. I used to serve as a Thayan knight.
He
What's
points
everyone's
to
deal
he points
here?
to Juan in his armor. He's like,
One of them.
Yes, though maybe in the
Do
dark
you-
you would mistake that one for a Thayan knight, but he is no Thayan knight. That much is clear.
Do you know Mirluaz?
Mirluaz. The
Ken
name
finally puts the
is
flames out on his fist now that you're starting to talk to this guy.
familiar.
Lowers his arms.
Mirluaz.
I believe he owes us a favor. I'm trying to track him down.
I want to say that he is. I know. I believe that he's a red wizard. In fact, I would say that he's a red wizard of the necromantic school, though I know not more than that.
That sounds about right.
And he owes you a favor.
Very much so, yeah.
That guy was a dickhead. He's not gonna give a shit.
Well,
He does owe us though. You're right.
He does owe us. I know. That's what I'm saying.
as you are talking, another skeleton begins to come out of the woods from the north.
Ricardo wants to shoot at it.
Go for it. Go ahead and roll.
Gotta show Thorak my skills. Action. Longbow. Boom. 18 to hit.
That is a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Can't close this stupid thing.
Apparently, we need to
There
get
we go.
our dragonborn some like holy arrows.
Ooh, 9 damage.
And in fact, that's more than enough to cut the spine, like cut directly through the spine, that is holding the skeleton upright, and it collapses into a heap of bones on the ground as well, just as it begins to get toward the next.
They would
And-
glare at Thorax and say like, "What's up?"
Fine shot. Fine shot.
Yeah, Ken slaps you on the back. Nice shot. Like wipes his nose, like stares at Thorak.
And he goes, "How many more of these are coming after us, Thorak?" Trying to get some more information about these zombies.
Roll persuasion check.
Sure thing. Persuasion. Ooh, no, that's perception. Damn. Oh, a 7. That was a 1.
He kind of looks at you and he goes, "Depends. Depends on why you're in here. I would ask that if we want to continue this conversation, we begin to head to the south. If it's the river you wish to head to, I can eventually bring you there. Regardless, I would like to head somewhere safe, away from these skeletons. I myself am going there. You are welcome, if you so wish. There's nobody else there. It is my long-term abode.
Ken gets up real close
All right.
and
At
like
this
and,
point,
and stares at him, and then cracks his knuckles and says,
If you're leading us to a trap, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
did at this point though, I wanna do a quick insight because I totally was drinking this guy's juice, but he was way too welcoming and seemingly unwelcome
Okay, so
place.
I'm going to need two things. Intimidation check for Ken.
"I'm
And
not
that's
good at
going to
these."
potentially change the way that you roll the insight check.
He got a
Okay.
10 with the -1
Uh,
intimidation.
Go ahead and roll the insight check at disadvantage.
Insight at disadvantage.
Way to go, Ken.
Got this. I got this.
This is part of Ken's charm, is that he does things he's not good at.
14.
It's not bad.
Not bad.
A few things sort of flash through your mind, Ricardo.
Yeah.
He did not reveal himself until there was an actual threat in the form of these skeletons.
It is true.
He was
Ricardo
hidden.
realizes.
And you know that he was hidden because he heard you talking about the river while you were within the hut. He has not pointed the bow at any of you once. The arrow has remained semi-knocked with the bow pointed towards the ground, and he has not once taken a step towards you. He has only taken steps back from you. He has invited you twice now, but he is willing to try to help you on some level because he's supposedly saying that he will lead you to the river.
He called himself a protector.
He did.
All right, I guess I'll believe him at face value at this point. Okay.
Ken is suspicious of all strangers, but especially ones who
Yeah.
are nice.
He's
Nah,
just like half orc Robin Hood, hopefully.
All right, yeah, let's go, man. Show us the way.
Then follow me. We head south from here. And
You
Ken
come
would,
in, robot?
Ken would not let the guy
Ricardo
at
would
any
look
point
back
get
at
behind
robot.
him. He would only be behind this man.
and he's more than willing to take the lead directly. As
Yeah.
he begins to head to the south, he actually turns his head back over his shoulders and looks at you all and says, "Weapons at the ready in case we find more of these skeletons."
Ken holds up his fist. He's like, they always are. Smiles.
I'm gonna walk next to him, chat with him, see if I can get some more information about Thay in this area.
Okay.
Ken doesn't trust him, so he's ready to pounce on him if he, if things go awry.
Okay. So you begin to trapeze through the forest. What would you like to ask him, Roboticus?
I want to ask him about that town that we came from, Zool.
Zool. What would you like to know?
We passed by it on our way here, and there was pretty heavily fortified, guards everywhere.
Not friend.
A lot of angry looking people about. Is that just what they're like? Is there like some bigger thing going on that we should be aware of?
Bigger thing going on. I know not the political discourse of Thay at this time, but I do know that Zool has gained quite the populace over the last 15 or 20 years. In fact, well, that's for another time, but ever since Thaymount has been the home of Sastam, specifically the citadel to the north, near the volcano, Zool has acted as the point of last port for goods of luxury in particular, for the Red Wizards who hold manors along the hillsides of Thaymount.
Oh, okay. That would explain all the heavy security.
Yes, they have increased the presence of the Thayan Knights, and my understanding is that there's even a small garrison of Probity Corps individuals.
It must be impossible to break in and out of there.
Oh, yes, I suspect that's true. If you're insinuating if I have done so, I have not been into Zool in a long time.
Ken points at him. He's like, you know an awful lot about these guys. It seems like you probably were with them at one point.
Make a persuasion check.
Well, he said he was a Thayan Knight.
I mean,
is that...
he literally did tell us that he did used to be with these guys.
God damn it, Ken.
And
You're
he,
accusing him of something that he already told us is true.
Yep.
he looks at you and he says, "Yes, I was a Thayan Knight at one point in time. Though that was a long time ago. Many things have
He's like,
changed since then."
he's like, he Ken holds up his hand. He's like, this was a 2-part question, guys. He's like, but what made you leave?
And
Okay.
and he actually gives a laugh and he says, "You know, I'm not sure I've had the pleasure of anybody actually asking me that. You see, any Thayan who would see me would understand immediately why I would have left. Orcs are persona non gratis at this point. Uh, evil
Those are
that
big
lies in
words.
they killed all my kind.
Oh. Except for you? You survived?
I escaped. Survived, yes. Escaped, thrived, maybe a little here and there.
So for the
Why
first
have
time,
you
Ken
survived?
kindly relaxes and like slaps the guy on the shoulder. He's like,
I'm pretty much the last of my kind too, man. I get that. I've never seen another whatever the fuck I am, Ganassi.
He kind of looks at you surprised and goes, "Really? This is
Yeah,
news to
and
me."
Dragonborn are very far and few between around here too, aren't they?
I'm a human.
Indeed.
If
And he looks at the lot of you and he actually says, "And even though you're human, you're very clearly not Thayan."
well,
Yeah.
I mean that's like your opinion, man.
Ricardo would subtly ask if how long
Ken
he's been
points at Juan. Is
following
like,
us.
He's good with words. He talks good.
I want to subtly ask him how long he's been following us.
Following you? Well, I was
Yes, you
simply
very clearly have been tracking us.
no, I was doing the rounds through the area, noticed the birds, heard a disturbance in the hut, came to investigate.
So the Red Wizards are racist, is what you're telling us, Thorak.
Very
So
much so.
why don't you just leave Thay if there's like
Ken
all this
shrugs and is like,
discrimination?
Ken shrugs and is like,
It feels like everybody's racist in this world.
Why don't I leave Thay? That
Yeah.
is another excellent question.
Why don't you come with us?
I had the opportunity to leave Thay a long time ago. It is still my home, and in some ways I still love this country. If I had the chance, if given the opportunity, to change it and to fix it, I would. Sometimes I know not why, considering my brethren are all gone. Or rather, they've either been killed or they've left.
Have you met other people that also want to change these lands and make them better, or are you like alone?
There are a few. I am no rebel or rebel sect, if that's what you ask. But I do understand that there are always factions within the Red Wizards who do not wish for Sastam, at the very least, to be in charge.
Ken looks puzzled. He's like,
Why would you help us? Like you don't know us, man.
Because I suspect that... Well, answer me this. You seek to leave the country of Thay, is this right?
nods.
That's correct.
Yeah.
And you look to do so in whatever means you can.
Shrugs.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And so far, I suspect you've had to kill Thayan Knights. Is this also true?
Ken grins and looks at it and looks at the obvious like fucking marks on his fist. He's like, maybe a couple.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you, Thorak. This isn't my armor. You were right. Believe it or not.
Then, I believe the saying is the enemy of my enemy is, well, if not my friend, then somebody I should help.
Yeah.
Seemed like a cool guy.
Ken slaps on the back. He's like,
Good enough
Yeah.
for me. This guy's okay.
Glad you approve. And he sort of like gives you like a raised eyebrow as he's continuing to walk through the
Yes.
forest, holds up tree branches.
Ken's
for
been
you to
very
pass
hostile
on.
Yes.
like up until this point. So there you go.
Yeah. Shoot. So should we like tell him like what our deal is? Should we just?
Ken's like,
Yeah,
why
fuck
not?
it.
Yeah.
They
Okay.
just told
So
him everything else.
Thorak. So here's a funny story. We got a funny story for you while we're doing this walk and talk here.
This is a great story. Ken starts
Yeah.
chuckling already.
We were all, I think, pretty much. One looks at the rest of the group. We were all wrongly arrested and thrown into the dungeon, the keep, like a dungeon keep
Ken shakes
situation.
his head immediately. He was like, "No, I did. Yeah, I belong there."
Shut up, Ken. Shut up. So yeah. So I'm Juan, by the way, and yeah. So we were wrongly arrested, and we were like, you know what? This sucks. We don't want to be in this jail. And we broke out.
Along the way, we found our buddy Mirloa locked away, and we
Yeah.
let him out too. So you see, he owes us a kind of a huge favor.
Yeah, we believe we've started some kind of wizard civil war. So they're kind of fighting each other over there.
Which
And
may
well,
explain the zombies.
Ken
yeah,
starts making like a big hand motion and like he goes, "Pew! These guys made big moves. They're crazy powerful, man."
yeah. And while all this chaos was happening, we kind of dipped out, and you know,
Just want to go home.
yeah, we're just all trying to get back to where we come from, which for me is the ocean. I'm a big fan of the sea. And these guys got their homes. Roboticus, he has no idea where he's from. Ken doesn't know where he's from. And then
From the Sword Coasts.
yeah,
I just want to go west.
Cardo lives out west. So that's like our life story in a nutshell. And just glad to meet finally someone who isn't trying to kill us, because it's been a rough couple weeks.
And at this point, Ricardo would use his what's my ability called? The telepathy thing, and just say, "You still don't want to kill us, right?" And tell it in his head. Psionic mind.
He gives a surprised look and kind of looks around and goes, "Whoever just thought that to me, no, I absolutely do not want to kill you."
Yeah.
Ken
Ken still looks confused. He's like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah. In fact, I don't even know if you guys know that he can do that.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Ken would have no idea.
I don't think
Yeah,
I've done it to
like,
anybody.
we're all,
none of
we're all
them.
looking around too.
Everyone but the lizard man looked confused when you say this, so you know who it is.
Yeah, Thor, who are you talking to?
One of you just said something in my mind to me. Is this correct? And he kinda looks at the four
Ken's
of you
jaw
invisibly.
drops. He's like, "No way!"
Can any of you guys do that?
Ricardo would
Aggressive
do it
head
to all
shakes.
of them and just like, "It's me."
Whoa! What the fuck?
Ken looks back at you like surprised. And he kind of
Yeah,
he kind of like
dragon's
looks.
pretty cool,
He
man.
looks at you real close and like squints in your eyes. How do you do that?
That's a neat trick.
Ricardo would tell him it's a secret in a telepathy message.
Ken's
Or
mind
it
is just
says,
like
"I'm a
blown.
dragon."
Secret.
I'm a
Ken's
dragon,
mind
he's
is
an animal.
blown.
Well, anyways, let's keep the conversation where we can all hear.
So how far is this camper taking us to here, Thorak?
Oh, it's about a 2-hour march to the south. See, it's actually at the edge of the plateau of Mount, overlooking what would effectively be, and he says it would be the valley of Tiratoros. You can see the town of Herku to the southeast. You can even maybe see the tops of the buildings over in Nethritos to the east. To the south, you can see the hillside, and where just over the rise, Solspa descends. You can see the river descending, the river Lopendrar, the one that you speak of that goes through Zul, over to the west. It's a beautiful place, and it lies above the ruins of Angabandar, an old tunnel. It translates to the stairway to heaven.
Old ruins, you say?
Ken looks around. He's like, anybody writing that down?
Would we find any allies at any of those towns?
Allies.
And
I know
and-
not if you could
and-
find
and-
allies.
He's like, I can't read, so you know.
Tell us more about these ruins you speak of.
Ruins
Like just
are
burned down village or something, or
no. It was more shrine, maybe potentially a shrine. It is a place of holy power. One of the reasons why I suggest we head there now, away from these beasts. And he sort of points back over his shoulder. And through the trees, you might be able to make out skeletons 150 yards away, moving in your direction, and yet not far enough and moving slow enough that they are not a threat at this time. See, I am able to stay there without any undead entering the area. They seem to be repelled by it. This old shrine, I guess I've never really thought of it as a shrine, but it must be on some level. Sit atop what would be a long staircase that descends down through the hillside and along the plateau side and cliffside, eventually arriving just a mile or two out of the town of Herku to the southeast.
Ken looks at the other guys. He's like, you guys got that?
Yeah.
He's just
Yeah,
he's
I'll
just
write
along for the
another in our
ride.
traveling journal.
Okay.
Curious to see how this guy lives. He reminds me of like Daryl from The Walking Dead or something.
That's actually like a half decent estimation. Eventually, you do hear what would sound like a mountain stream. And Thorak goes, "We must cross. This would be the eastern branch of the river Lopendrar, and it drains here in the forest into the river over to the west before descending down the cascading falls. We'll cross the bridge and head down to the south. There is a chance at the ford that there may be undead, so we should move carefully.
It's all right.
Uh,
We're awfully tough.
I would ask for a marching order."
Gardo in the back. Back tank.
I'll
Ken,
take,
it
I'll
is.
take lead.
Yeah, Ken would be in the front as well.
Do you want Thorak in the dead front, or do you want him in the middle somewhere?
Probably
He
somewhere in
would
the
be in
middle.
front.
Well, he's,
Wouldn't
yeah,
he
he's
be in
our
the front
guide, right?
leading? He is leading us to his house. Why would any of us be leading?
Okay.
Right? Well, I'm asking.
Okay. Then I will have him leading. And as you begin to round a bend, you do hear off in the distance some sort of waterfall with a small. It's funny. It's more of a river than it is um, a stream that you think would drain into a real river. There is a power to this water beneath you, and as you turn the corner, you see a bridge. Across the bridge, a small island in the middle of the river, and on the island, ambling ever so slightly towards you, would be a skeleton with several following behind. And you hear Thorax swear something in Orcish, if anybody knows Orcish.
I do.
So he
Ken
goes,
does not.
so it means bone slayers. Damn bone slayers. And
Yeah.
as they're shambling across the bridge towards you, I'm just going to pull up the encounter. Before we roll initiative.
Do you want to take your 8 o'clock break before or after this encounter?
Oh, we'll take the we'll take the encounter first, unless you guys need a break for a moment.
No, I'm good.
Cool.
I'm good to go.
I'm going to add this. Okay. Go ahead and actually, is that ready? Go ahead and roll
That's one.
initiative.
You did a crit initiative.
Yeah. It means I
Damn.
get to go first twice.
Looks like we are waiting on Roboticus.
Yeah, just waiting for it to load.
Gotcha.
Boom. Dirty 20.
Wow.
Nice.
Ronan,
All
what do you
right.
see?
Really high.
Come on, go pee.
Ricardo, you get to go first. What would you like to do?
Let out a not super loud, but just like a excited little dragon roar. Cast Hunter's Mark as my bonus action on that lead guy,
Okay.
and fire at him.
One and done. Let's see.
All right, 28 to hit
As they hit.
for 7 damage plus a 6, I believe. Is Hunter's Mark.
It is.
How do you already have +9 to hit?
I was
We're
on
level
level
5.
5, bro.
So he has a fighting. I think he's fighting style that gives him +2.
Yeah, the bow. Yeah.
Because he's fucking Ricardo, that's why.
All right, so 10 damage on that first bow,
Okay.
and then he'll take a second. Or unless he still alive.
He is still alive.
All right, then we'll do a 20 to hit on the second. We'll take a follow-up shot.
That is a hit. What's the minimum amount of damage you can do? Is it like a 3?
4.
Okay.
It's 4.
So you're going to drop this skeleton. If you would like on your next turn, I think you can move the hex, but this first one is dead.
Can we see the rest of them? No,
You
said we
can
saw the first one, but
you can see the rest ambling over the bridge at this time. Yes.
we got more, boys. And then Ricardo would like check behind him, turn around, and kind of watch the
Ooh.
back of us. Make sure
Give
we
a
don't get flanked.
perception check.
Well, I have a passive 19, but if I'm looking, I get a 10.
Okay. So if you have a passive 19, you know for a fact that there are 2 skeletons on either side of the path near you. Because of the surprise of this find, you suspect that there are more, but you don't see them as of yet.
I would at least alert the group then, if I can.
Okay, you can do so.
I think there's more behind us. We're being flanked.
Okay,
And that should be my turn then.
gotcha.
Are they like in the trees or are they on ground level?
They are ground level and they are moving out from behind trees, bushes. Some of them are lying down on the ground behind logs, for example.
I see.
Did you lead us to a trap?
No, we must kill as many as we can and simply move forward. I say that we don't waste our time killing all of them. There are always more that can show up.
feel like-
Are these guys like slow too? Like, can we tell that? Are they seemingly like slow zombies, or are they like normal?
They are faster than you would expect.
Okay.
You don't think that they are as fast as maybe Ken, but they're probably as fast as the rest of you.
All right.
Ken can run away from any situation.
I didn't know that.
He's very fast.
I can fly, so I ain't worried about these guys.
Let's scoop all this XP.
Yeah.
Let's scoop all this.
Tell us not to kill things.
It is the skeleton's turn, however. They rolled a 20 on their check, and they have a 22 for initiative. So they are going to go ahead of you guys. There are going to be 2 skeletons who come in on you, Ricardo, seeing your bow. The first of them, oops, let me change this so everyone can see these rolls. The first of them will get a 3. The second of them will get a 9. Both of
Both
those are going to miss. There are going to be 2 more skeletons. The first one lying up from behind a log. The second will step out from behind a bush, and they will take an attack against Ricardo and one against Juan. The attack against Ricardo is a 13. Does that hit?
is still a miss.
Juan is a 9. I assume that's a miss.
The Dragon Boy is surrounded.
Multiple
back-
skeletons
Back tank.
begin sprinting forward across the bridge and the island, piling up behind each other. Several more appear out from the trees, stepping forth and onto the bridge. Forming a line. As this happens, you see several more come up from behind on the other side of the bridge and begin clambering across the bridge. That is their turn. Let's go to Roboticus. What would you like to do?
Let's see. I think it's gonna run up and start punching. It looks like this little walkway. It's like only wide enough for one person, right?
Yes, the bridge is rickety. It is difficult to move across. And by difficult, I don't mean difficult terrain, but I mean it is only made for one person at a time.
Okay. The question is, do we cut the bridge so the rest of these zombies can't get us?
And how do we get?
Just kill them all. Don't be a pussy.
Yeah. Well, I know.
I like the idea. I like the creativity.
We
but-
haven't seen. I don't think. Does Ken have an AOE? Like
He does.
fire
Send
attack?
blast.
Yeah, we haven't seen that yet, so it'll be interesting if I choose that. But
I'm roaring these guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, I
have an
can't do
AoE
enough
I have an AoE
damage.
too, but I want them. even
Anyone
more
keep
bunched
track
up.
of how much damage that guy took? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15 maybe?
13.
13? Close.
I think they pretty much have to come at us one at a time if we, block the choke point. I think we're good.
All right. Well, I'm gonna move up
What's my
20
dragon
feet on my
breath
movement.
do?
I'm gonna punch this guy once with a 13.
That is a hit, just
Oh.
barely.
Ooh, 2d10. I could kill.
7 damage for the first attack. Ooh, 24. Take it as a hit.
That is a hit.
So 17 damage for the first 2 attacks.
Okay, so this guy is dead. Where he lies is a pile of bones that does make the terrain difficult.
Can I like kick him off the bridge?
As a bonus action, you can.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
But wouldn't you want to make it harder for the other guys coming at you?
Yeah.
And as you kick them off the bridge from side to side, you can see the bones swiftly taken by the river
And there could be loot on these things.
downstream.
Just kicking loot off the
Yeah.
bridge.
Then I'm gonna move forward and fucking square up with this guy.
Okay. Is that your full turn?
That is my full turn.
Ken, what would you like to do? You are within 5 feet of one of the skeletons.
Yep. Ken hears like the bag of bones start moving behind him. He turns around, his fist light on fire, and he like wipes his nose. He says, "You should have stayed dead, you fucking boner," and then goes to attack him.
He's got jokes too while he fights.
Yeah.
Alright.
So, and he yells, "Fire strike!"
Side note
Sort
about the
of.
term boner. My friends and I would say if something was cool, oh, that's like totally flaccid.
There you go. So I assume only one of those is hitting.
That was a 20. What was that? A 23. The 23 hits. The 9 does not.
All right. So, and then he's gonna spend a key and do a flurry of blows as well. Just goes,
That's a hit.
So both hits.
Both hits.
Okay. So another. Ooh, there we go. 16 damage plus the initial 8.
And this guy, you actually send the bones flying through the woods away from you.
Okay.
What type of damage is that?
Whatever fists are, bludgeoning, I assume, right?
Yeah, that sounds right. And same for you. Is that right, Roboticus?
Mine is thunder damage.
Thunder damage. Okay, very cool. Yeah, those skeletons are dead. Is there anything else you would like to do, Ken?
Just spit at the ground where the bones used to be. And just be like, all right, where's the next one?
Are you gonna move?
Yeah, I will. Move up closer to this guy.
All right. That brings us to Juan. What would you like to do?
Juan will pull out his flail and attack. Do you see the guy that I'm like right on? That's the
Yes.
that's the one
Yep.
I want. 14 to hit.
That's a hit.
Got 11 damage.
Okay.
And then we'll use our second attack on him and roll a 1. So
That
we're
is a
getting an
miss.
8, yeah. Yeah, I don't have a bonus action, so we're just gonna stand here.
It will be Thorax's turn, and he will see that he will yell, "Come, we must cross the bridge as quickly as possible. It's better to be stuck on the bridge slightly than to be back on that side. I can see more of them coming." And as he says this, he points, and along through the woods you do see more skeletons beginning to appear. He begins to take shots. He will take a shot at the one that Juan was just fighting. That's a 19. I think this damage is automatically going to kill it. Yeah. This guy is dead. He will take a second shot. That's a 24 to hit. And the damage is going to be 4. So this one in front of you, Ricardo, has been hit by an arrow as well. He says, "Come, we must move forward," and begins to move forward towards Roboticus, but not the entire way towards you. That will be his full turn. Oh, actually, and as he yells, "Come, we must move forward," he yells it as a command. And so anyone within 120 feet, which I think is everyone, like, yeah, almost definitely. Oops. Yeah, everybody can take a reaction to make one weapon attack if they wish.
Ooh, I wish.
What?
Oh yeah, what is that? What is it?
So
Okay.
he's using a command power,
Oh, okay.
He's being
and
bossy.
he's gives you like a reaction to make an attack. So Roboticus, you hit.
I don't have any weapons.
Your fist count as weapons.
7 damage.
Okay.
Oops. Well, my unarmed strike would have been a +1, like 2 more, so
Okay, so that's a
So-
hit.
yeah, so 6 damage to the guy in front of me.
Which one are you gonna attack, Ricardo?
Well, I guess that was my
The
supposed to
-4
part of
or
my
the
plan, so I
-6?
don't know.
Well,
I know.
I'll just roll my javelin.
Yeah, I guess retractable claw.
That's a hit 1.
Yeah, I'll hit the 6. So it's
Okay.
yeah, just 6 damage on the 6.
That one actually dies.
Yeah.
And the javelin takes it and sticks it into a tree.
So I just attack the -4.
Okay. I'll attack that guy take a shot at him.
At
Ooh.
disadvantage because you are next to him.
He's got
Okay.
that battle axe. I could.
Yeah, 12 then.
So as you raise your bow, it smacks your bow away with its sword. You are unable to hit it, and the arrow strikes into the ground, snapping in half.
Oh, arrow.
Told you weapons are for pussies.
All right, let's see if that power recharges. This is for his command to allow you to be able to attack like that. It does not recharge. That brings us to Ricardo. What would you like to do?
All right. So, what's my deal with this bridge? I cannot pass anyone on the bridge.
Mm-mm.
You can pass your allies,
Okay.
but you cannot pass any of the
Hostiles.
skeletons.
Yeah.
And if they die on the bridge, it becomes difficult terrain, making the movement across it more difficult.
All right. Then I'm gonna run up.
I
Gonna
have a
listen to
question
our
about
voice.
jumping. What is the normal jump distance?
I believe it is your strength score.
What if you 0?
No, your score. So 10. 10 or 11, whatever that is.
Huh. Okay.
We can look that up in just a moment, though. What would you like to do, Ricardo? You would like to move
So
forward?
I'll run onto the bridge and I'll try to swap places with this guy. And is that robot? So,
So
can
the
I like
first-
swap? Yeah. What are we doing here?
So the skeleton that you were closest to does take an attack of opportunity
Yeah,
against you,
that's
and it
fine.
misses. You can move up past Thorak, but
Yeah.
you cannot swap places necessarily with Roboticus.
All right. And then I need
Can I
a.
can I duck if he wants to do like his breath attack?
Yeah, I'm gonna do my breath attack. What can I do here? Can I jump on his shoulders and like breath over him or something, or on the side of him, around him, or is he just? I'll do it and he takes damage. I don't give a fuck.
I think that's what's going to happen here, and depending on the breath attack, it could impact the environment. Just a reminder.
Does everybody know how
Alright,
to
and
swim?
well, the question is, how many of these guys can I hit with 15 feet? In a
Are
So
you
15
about to
feet
do
is not
fire
much.
breath on a wooden bridge though?
No, it's thunder.
Real quick. Okay.
I think you
Ooh,
can hit 3
nice.
of them.
I
Alright,
feel like any sort of like big magic attack on this bridge is a no-no.
it's a breath attack.
No.
I don't think it's that damaging to a bridge. Like maybe a fire. Like I'm thinking a fireball might be. I don't know. I'm not worried about it. I don't think. I'll try to hit 3 guys at once then. So I'll do my breath attack, which is a thunder breath, and it will be a Dex 13 save for the 3 of them.
Okay.
I guess. And I guess
So-
Roboticus too.
Okay.
You really hit me. You really hit me with your attack.
What a
I have
prick!
to, man. You'll survive. Don't worry. I'm gonna kill all of them if they fail, though. I got a
That's a
14
success.
damage on it.
You're a dick. You better heal me after this.
Okay. So the first one does die because it had a bunch of damage done to it.
Oh, good.
So this one's dead.
Come on, give
The
me the
second one takes half damage, and the third one takes full damage. So this one is dead. Bring him around. This one takes, I believe it was 14, so
half.
he will
Yeah,
take
so
half.
7. Yeah.
Roboticus, did you make your save?
I did not,
Then you take
Yeah,
full
14
damage.
damage.
dude.
What I will also say, the type of
Are
damage
you
was it?
immune? It's thunder. Are you
Okay.
immune to thunder because of your armor?
No.
No.
Oh,
I'm
Probably
not
weak.
immune to
He's
your
probably weak.
attack.
well, not
He
immune, but
is-
maybe take half or something. I don't know. I'm asking.
Yeah.
So
He's
from
nev-
behind you,
yeah.
Roboticus, there's suddenly this horrific trembling sound. And as it washes over your back and pushes you against the railing, you can feel the bridge begin to crack in certain places. It has also taken 14 damage. There are, however, now 2 dead skeletons and 1 severely shaken skeleton on the bridge in front of you.
Robot, clean the pathway.
Fuck that. I'm at half health now. I'm not taking point. I'm pushing you in front.
I would have preferred that, but you're in the way, bro. A single bridge. You gotta keep moving forward or get out the way.
I am going to. Let's see. Would I be able to like jump from here to here, or like push past this one who's? Actually, I'm just gonna run forward and attack that guy. Fuck it.
Okay. So use 10 feet of movement to step through the bone pile.
A 19 to hit.
That is a hit.
13 damage.
That is exactly what you needed to kill this guy. Or sorry, that was exactly his total health. He is now fully dead, though. He will be this way as well. Is there anything you would like to do with your bonus action?
Well, I still have one attack left,
Oh, okay. Yep.
so I think I'm gonna move forward and attack. Over to the side and attack this guy.
You can't get all the way there because of the difficult terrain that is the skeletons on the bridge.
Well, I'll at least get to the end of the bridge.
Okay.
Ooh, I think I missed.
That was a
12.
That is a miss, sadly.
Well, then, can I use my bonus action to drink my healing potion?
You may do so.
2d4 plus 2. Plus 7.
Putting on the Doom music for this fight.
If you want, you can always like put it in. There is a music channel. I don't know if you guys are invited to that actually. Anyways,
I
sorry,
don't know
we
how Discord works.
kind of skipped the skeletons. I just realized. That's okay.
Wait. What? If they were more bunched up, my turn would have been completely different.
Oh, really? They would have been more bunched up.
Yeah, my turn would have definitely been different.
Okay, so let's take that again. Sorry.
Except for the bonus action, I still would have drank a potion, because fucking Ricardo hit me.
All right, we'll pull this back. This first one is going to come up to Juan and take an attack. And it will probably miss, but we're going to try. Man, they just keep rolling 9s. This one's going to do the same. This one will do the same. Oh, is an 18 hit?
The 18 does hit. It's the
Okay.
only one that does.
17?
Does not hit.
And this one's against Ken. 6. And then this one's against Ken. And this is the damage for 1. A 19, does that hit Ken?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so the 4 damage to 1 and 3 damage to Ken. So you are both sort of surrounded there. There are 1, 5, 10. So there is a skeleton in front of you now. There's this one. And they just begin bunching up at the bridge to like get onto the bridge. There are more that pop out of the trees here. They're literally just like rising up from their hiding spots in the ground. And they're attempting to get onto the bridge. These guys are sprinting across the bridge towards you, using their full movement and action. And there are 2 more that appear at the forest edge. Okay, go ahead, Roboticus.
Roll that
I'm
again.
See, I'm gonna cast Shatter.
I'm running one, by the way.
Okay.
Alright, so 10-foot radius. So how many of these fuckers can I hit?
Oh, not many, and you're gonna fuck up the bridge. Oh, unless you can do it at range.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna do it like the
1, 2,
edge
3,
of the
4,
bridge.
At least 5, maybe 6 or 7, depending on how big that circle is.
Just remember, if you do
You
a
do
magic
that middle
attack,
group?
you're gonna break the bridge.
Well, I think the big group is off the bridge.
Yeah,
3 and
so
the
like
2 at least.
have the edge here, so like it doesn't damage the bridge at all.
Starting with the 3 and as far back as you can go, like bowling
Yeah,
pin.
and then 20 feet this way.
What is the radius of that spell?
10 feet.
I hope
Okay,
you-
so it's going to be a circle like this. I think.
Whoa, that's huge. All right.
Because it's the radius, right?
Yeah.
It's going to be a little smaller than that, sorry. I mismeasured. I think that's probably closer, but you want those 3 in there, right?
The start
Yeah.
of the 3. And to
So get
confirm,
like a
they're off
triangle
the bridge or are they
basically.
on the
and
bridge?
Yeah, there you go. That's a good
That's
spread.
probably it.
Yeah.
That's like max right there.
I'm going to say that the guy on the right edge is not inside the circle. This guy's just outside the circle.
Okay.
All right,
That's
so go ahead and
that's
roll
still
your
7 of
damage.
them.
7 of them. Nice.
Is
So
that a
it's
Constitution saving throw?
15 Constitution saving throw. And 13 damage. Damn it. Or half.
Well, that would-
13,
that
13 is
should kill
good.
'em.
That's the magic
Yeah, that
number.
should kill them if they fail.
Yeah.
So it looks like 2 fail so far. 3.
All right, so 3 of them failed. I'm going to say this one is dead. I'm going to say the one in the center is dead. I'm going to say this one is dead. The rest are going to take half damage. And how much was that?
A 6.
Yeah, it's half 13.
So several of these guys did get killed by the spell. And you can see them blasted and wiped out. And as the spell is let off, you do see dirt and shrapnel sort of hit the edge of the bridge, but it does not do any damage to it. Is that your full turn, Roboticus? Would you like to move? Or I guess you can't really move.
Yeah.
Can.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell the dragon to fucking heal me after hitting me with that breath attack.
Okay. So Ken is gonna use his bonus action to do Step of the Wind,
Ooh.
which basically gives him a bonus action disengage, is what it does. And it also doubles my jumping distance.
Ooh.
Yeah. So with that, I got the disengage, so I'm gonna turn to Juan and say, "We gotta fucking get out of here." And then you see Ken like reach into like his bag and pull out his grappling hook, and he fucking runs and jumps. And he's gonna try to grappling hook the bridge and like swing over this side and like land up on over here.
Make an acrobatics check.
Okay.
You better get this.
16.
I think that's good enough. What I will say is you see Ken run onto the bridge and behind Thorak, hook the grappling hook around and on, and slide over and down. And as he does so I'm going to say that you are able to go down and under, but what I will say is I will need another acrobatics or athletics check for you to make it successfully onto the other side.
Okay.
So you did the first part correctly. Let's see if you make the landing.
Oh, baby.
And not only does Ken make the landing,
Yeah.
but he does a
Stuck the landing.
flip in midair and lands perfectly on one knee and looks up at the nearby skeletons.
Yeah, like hero landing.
I
And then-
do think that's your action to do that, however.
Okay, that's fine.
Roboticus
Ken.
claps.
Ken stows his grappling hook.
Oh, your grappling hook's still on the bridge.
Okay,
It's the
whatever. He'll
Thorak.
get it later, maybe or not.
No.
Uh,
It's
Someone
gone.
else can grab it. It's still there, hanging. You know.
Is that your full turn?
Yeah,
Everything you'd
I'll
like
say
to do?
that. I'll say that's my full turn for now.
Okay. Juan, what would you like to do?
All right. Well, Juan's got to get out of here, but first he's gonna the one that's -4. I feel like if I hit him, I could take him out. Maybe get a little extra. You know. It's 19 to hit.
One less opportunity attack you'll have to take when you run away.
Yeah,
That
but
is
yeah, I
good.
just wanna
Very true.
10. So
He is dead.
He's dead. Okay.
Uh,
So I
Just
don't
one
think
shot the other one. Easy.
well, my max damage is a 12. I guess if I roll superiority die, I technically would. Let's
Yeah.
see. Fuck
Easy.
it. Let's use our second attack on.
use it or
I mean,
lose
they're
it.
both the same health, so it doesn't even matter. We're not gonna hit, so it was a good effort though. And then we'll use our movement, and we'll take two. I'm gonna take 2 attacks of opportunity
Okay.
and move to the sketchy part of the bridge.
Gotcha. So the first one is a 23.
That'll hit.
Oh shit.
And the second one's an 18.
Oh
Both will
no.
hit. I mean, what's it? What are we looking at here?
A total
11?
of 11
One.
damage.
11. One laughs.
You could have
Damage.
jumped for the rope that Ken left dangling, you know? You could have
Yeah,
tried to
I ain't doing that, Ken. All right.
Sometimes you gotta risk it for the biscuit.
Look, I'm
Are
being
you
a team
gonna-
player. Okay.
Is there anything you'd like to do with your bonus action?
No. Actually, yes. I will use second wind and get my HP back.
Gotcha.
There you go.
So the 1d10, d10.
That's almost as cool as Ken's fucking swing.
Oh, it was almost a 10. So we're level 5, right? Yeah, so 9 points back. All right. End turn.
Gotcha. It will be Thorak's turn. He will say, "We have to clear a path moving forward," and he will take some shots at the closest of. Yeah, he'll take the shot at the skeleton just beyond Roboticus. That's going to be a hit, and the second arrow is also a hit. He will do. He'll do enough to kill it. So there are 2 dead skellies here. It does not compound. Bad movement, but there are 2 dead skeletons there. He will yell, "Forward!" And it does not allow you to use a reaction, but let's see if it recharges. It does not recharge.
Oh, you gotta recharge that, bro.
Come on, Thorak.
Ricardo, it's coming to you. I'm gonna go grab another beer, and then we'll continue on in like 1 minute, if that's cool.
Yeah, I'll go around to the bathroom real quick.
Yeah, Ricardo,
Perfect,
if
let's
you
just
use
stay
your,
here.
I swear to God, if you use your breath attack again.
Breath attack. How many are up? I gotta look. 1, 2, 3.
What's Roboticus' HP?
26 now that I used one of our 2 health potions.
Juan. If Juan can actually no, I don't know if because Juan has a move called bait and switch where he could potentially get to the front, but we'll also need a back since there's stuff on our back now. So maybe we should just stay on the back. But yeah,
I mean, if Ricardo hits me with his like heal spell,
I feel like Ricardo's
going
gonna
for
try to
damage,
do.
bro.
Yeah, Ricardo's gonna do damage.
I'll heal you later. You're fine.
Yeah, we.
These guys don't do much damage.
So how
You just
cool
heal-
is
you put the
Ricardo's
potion-
like an
I'll give you a
off
potion if you need it.
healer. He's not a.
how cool was Ken's Indiana Jones moment?
That was pretty awesome, Ken. I'll give you.
It was elaborate. I would say that.
It was smooth.
It's like Ken uses a grappling
Grappling
hook to swing off the bridge and jump 50 feet and land, like do a backflip and do a barrel roll, like
Do a barrel roll.
in a fight position. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
Ken, how many margaritas did you have?
Just one.
Okay. Shows up to D&D. Guys, I have a belly full of tacos and I had a few margaritas.
Just a single margaroni.
All
Couple
right.
beers.
by 1 he means 1 pitcher.
Yeah.
Just one skinny marg. That's all.
Well, you put your life on the line with that move because if you failed and went to the drink, like, I hope you can swim.
I know, but it was the RP, man.
Yeah.
Because it would have been just as funny if I fell. You know?
But you would have like, okay, I want you to look at the water. See that big waterfall to the north of the map side of the map? Like
the
the
worst is
current
over
would have
there.
taken you. The current would have taken you, like you would have been gone.
If I'm not wrong, it would have been just as funny.
It would have extinguished your flame, Ken.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it's a
Never.
metaphor.
That brings us back to Ricardo if he's ready. Is he still running off to the bathroom?
Sounds like it.
I know he said he was going to do damage. I think he wanted to do more damage to Roboticus.
No, I don't. He said he wanted to use cure wounds on Roboticus.
Oh yeah, yeah. But yeah, there's a lot of skeletons.
They are
let's see,
worth
1, 2.
50 experience points apiece.
Okay, so it's not worth it just to. I guess they are like you two-shot them pretty easy.
You've
Sure,
already
it's only
killed 11.
50. Sure, it's not like you know,
Yeah, we already got 500 XP.
for
When you
all of
divide
us.
that by 5, it's 100 roughly, but
Ah. All right, so we just gotta kill another,
Like
another
140
10.
of them.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
That actually would, yeah. Like a if D&D had like a wave mode.
You're just trying to farm XP.
So we decided if I should kill a bunch or if
I mean, it's your call.
I
You
should just
do.
jump
I know
in.
you want to do that.
Don't
do
break
those
the
games,
bridge.
yo.
Is what Ken would suggest if he could hear you
Yeah.
talking.
So at this point, can I get
You
past
guys are
the
gonna fall
robot
in the
man?
water if you break that bridge.
I thought you said I can go around allies. Can I swap with him at this point?
you cannot swap. There's actual powers that let you
Oh,
swap.
okay.
You can walk ahead though.
What does that mean? Walk ahead.
There's a space in front of him. Because those are
This-
both dead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is an open spot here.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
Maybe
there
I
you go.
just
Now you don't have to
I
hit me.
misunderstood the whole idea of this then. When I was saying swap, I meant like boom.
That's an ability that Juan has. He can do shit like that.
Okay. So I can go past him is what you're saying.
Yep.
All right. So then there's one.
But again,
I
just
stand
keep in mind if you
here.
hit the bridge, you guys are gonna fall in.
Yeah,
Like all
definitely
of
don't
you.
hit the bridge.
Instead of
Don't-
just Ken falling, it's gonna be all of you.
Yeah, the bridge is
Alright,
already
then.
cracked on the left side. Just I don't know if you guys saw that.
Don't do the breath attack there.
Okay, fine.
You're gonna kill all of us.
Yeah.
All
It
right,
would
I'll
be cool
just,
to kill a bunch of skeletons, but at what cost, you know?
There will be more skeletons.
All
Yeah,
right.
the Ken will be alone fighting the skeleton horde.
I'll just kill him easy then. All right, I'll just shoot at the first one, the -7 one, I guess.
Okay.
I'll just take a regular old longbow shot at him.
Let's see.
17
That is a hit. Got to do at least like.
and 8.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's dead, making
Okay.
this difficult terrain as well.
And then I'll shoot at, I guess, there's a full guy. Sure, I'll let someone else clean up. I'll take a shot at the full guy and we'll just, so I'll use my bonus action to use Hunter's Mark,
Okay.
and then I'll take that second shot. And we'll try to get him. So 21 to hit.
That's a hit.
Let's go with 8 plus 5. Got him.
He's dead. And so instead of feeling a thunder wave at your back this time, Roboticus, there are arrows zipping around you, one of which does seem to have a bit of oomph to it. And you can see that this skeleton's bones actually explode outwards, some of them ricocheting off of Ken's shoulders as he is hero posing, down into the water, and away, the rest clearing that end of the bridge.
Oh, nice. It's something at least. All right. Dead, those guys. I'll just like kind of like push robot ahead and be like, "Let's push forward, robot." And that's
Are
it.
you
End turn. No,
moving at all, or
no. I'm gonna let robot take the lead.
okay?
Or actually, hold on. Can I get off of the bridge? That would be the only way I'd move. So depending on how much
You
movement or
could.
speed.
Let me see.
Like get to the end and
5.
then jump over the edge next to Ken or the other side or something.
Oh no, sorry. So this is going to be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I think just
And
to
then
get here
can I
is
like
30 movement.
Yeah.
okay. Then I'll just stay put. I'll let robot push ahead. Try to clear the path. All right. Actually, this can I? No,
Pick up my grappling hook.
it would be action. I was gonna say, can I like come here and kind of like use movement? No. Can I clear this area at all right here? Or is that like actionable things?
That would be
Yeah,
a
I
bonus
don't think
action. You can clear that area.
Oh, no, I used my bonus action already.
Oh, did you?
Hunter's
Okay.
Mark, yeah. So I'll just stay put. I'll end turn.
Okay.
Do anything about it.
That is going to bring us to the skeletons. Let's see. This skeleton will run up and attack Juan. A 12 is a miss. This skeleton will run up to the edge of the bridge. This one will run up to the edge of the bridge. And this one will run up to the edge of the bridge. Each one of them will individually take attacks at the bridge.
Oh no.
It's a hit. That
Oh
is a
man.
hit.
Oh man. Oh.
First one is going to do 4 points of damage. So that is a total of 20 points of damage to the bridge. The second attack was a critical.
Oh no.
So it takes 30 total points of damage. And the third one, did I say that that was a hit? That's actually a miss, that last one. So that last one doesn't count. The bridge has taken 30 points of damage. You can hear it creaking beneath your feet quite heavily.
All right.
Cross it and then break it.
Let's see.
Well,
This one, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. We'll move up to Roboticus and take an attack. A 12.
That's a miss.
Okay. This one will come up behind Roboticus. Let's see. Why is that not in front? Oh, that's why. That's fine. Doesn't matter. This one will go. Let's see. Here. This one will move up to here. 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 And there are 2 more that come up from behind these bushes. These guys begin to run up.
Why are
Okay.
none of these guys attacking Ken?
You're not
So
important right
confused.
now.
Well, they don't see you as a threat, man.
You're a
Let's
weakling,
see.
just flying around on
Oh,
Tarzan rope.
sorry.
There's a fucking dragon spewing elemental shit. Robots just tanking those hits and punching skeletons in the face.
The one that popped up out of the woods will attack you and hit you, Ken.
Okay.
And it will do 5 points of damage.
Ugh.
Rusty short sword. Roboticus, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna start punching people. So I'm gonna punch the guy in front of me first with a 20 to hit.
That is a hit.
9 damage.
Okay.
I guess I will punch him again. 15 to hit.
That's a hit. Oh, sorry, wait. That one, how much damage did you do on the first one?
9.
You would have killed it. I'm sorry.
Oh, nice. Well, then I would have just punched the one behind it.
Go ahead and that would be the 15. That's a hit, and then 8 damage from that. That's going to kill him as well.
And then I'm gonna follow it up with a third punch to the other guy.
3? Question mark.
Yeah, I have the feat that lets me do like the 2-weapon fighting. I just don't get to use my my modifier. So 15 to hit on that.
Okay.
So then it's
That's a hit.
1d8. Oh, 8 damage.
He's dead.
So I just fucking punch my way up the bridge.
And you are here.
Laying out skeletons as I go. And I push as far forward as I can. If I get to the end of the bridge, I do.
Oh, crap. I screwed up with Roboticus. Give me a moment. There's like one guy there that I can't.
Too many tokens.
I know. I like locked him or something somehow, so I'm just going to bring Roboticus back the right way. You are here now.
Is that the furthest I can go?
It
It's
is.
like with the difficult terrain?
Oh, you could go 10 more feet, so you could go to the end of the bridge if you so wished. So you could go to here.
We go all the way to the end.
Okay.
Like slam my fists together. All intimidating like and just like tell him to bring it on.
Ken, what would you like to do?
All right. So I have a question. With my bonus action, would I be able to grab this skeleton and like move him here at all with my bonus action? Would that be possible?
You could grapple him, yes.
Because I want to move him here before I do my my spell. Because I don't know if I'd be able to hit him otherwise unless I move him.
So grapple would be an action, and then you would use your movement, and it's going to be at half speed.
Well, I need my action to use the spell though, so I can't. That's why I was asking if I could do it with a bonus action,
No,
or if
no.
that's okay. All right, then. And what would a 15-foot cone look like? I gotta. Well, let me see. Where's the thing?
15-foot cone would probably be something like this. You could leave Roboticus out of it if you so wished.
Okay. Because I kind of wanted to move like here, and then try to do it maybe this way. Shit. Yeah, I guess it really
So,
doesn't
like,
matter.
that maybe? Yeah, that might be a little too far. You wouldn't be able to hit that guy in the back, I suspect.
I don't know. I was just trying to think of the best way to do it. That's why I wanted to like try to move this guy here.
Mhm.
If I can't do that, then what if I like came like around the other side, like over here? Would I be able to hit them better that way?
Probably not. You'd probably be able to hit only 3.
Okay.
Because it would be like this. Maybe. Let me just double check that. But you could hit the 1, 2, 3, 4 guys that way if you stood on the other side of that skeleton.
Like over here.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So that's what I'll do instead. You'll see Ken just sort of like very quickly go around the other side of the skeleton, and like now that I'm behind it, he draws up this fucking like rune in the air, and then stands on like 1 foot, enters the meditative stance, and then touches the rune and does like a fire blast. And
Go ahead and roll damage. And what is the save?
it is a Dex 13, or they take full is 10, half is 5.
Okay,
I'll make the
so
save. Besides 1.
3, 4, 5. It looks like 2 will save, 2 will fail. Third one will save. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, I'm sorry. There's only 4 guys. So we'll take the 2 fails, 2 saves. This guy will take half, so he'll take 10 damage. This next guy will die, even though he takes half damage. The next closest guy will die at full damage.
But the damage is only 10.
Oh, the damage is 10?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Alright, then these guys are going to live.
Yeah, max I could do on the sucker is 18.
Gotcha. And then
So
this guy
10's
will
not
take...
terrible damage, technically. It's better than half.
Yeah, that's pretty good. They're almost dead. The 3 closest to you are almost dead.
Go.
Alright. That will bring us to... Unless you have something else, movement, bonus action that you'd like to do.
Well, hold on a sec. Let me read this real quick. The flurry blows. Hold on. Do I have to? I don't know if I have to. Okay, so I just took the attack action, right?
What did you use to do that?
A spell attack.
So it's a spell action.
Okay, so it's not an attack action. All right, so
Or
then I
like
can't
it's
do.
like a feature action. Is it racial or is it
Yeah, because I'm Ganassi.
give me a moment. I have a sneaking suspicion that it doesn't count as a spell and doesn't count as an attack, but rather
Okay.
like a random third power.
Well, if that's true, then I still wouldn't be able to use the flurry of blows.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do anything with my bonus action. I don't think. Yeah,
Gotcha.
I've already moved,
Okay.
so I'll just stay there. I'm good.
Okay.
Go with that.
That brings us to Juan. What would you like to do?
Juan. Juan will take. We'll let the skeleton that's sitting next to him take his attack of opportunity, and Juan's gonna move to here. And so it's a bonus action to clear the bridge, right?
It is.
All right. So 6 damage. Okay. Okay. So, and then there's like a pile of them. So does that bonus action go? Can I only knock off one pile with my bonus action, or like it looks like there's a stack of 3 skeletons?
It just gives you a sweep of the 5-foot area. So it would
Okay.
get rid
So
of all
we'll
3.
sweep. Actually, can I use my action to do the sweep?
If you do, you can do more than one 5-foot area.
Okay, so yeah, I will sweep the 2 5-foot areas that are in front of me with my action.
Okay.
Let's
And you
clear.
send bones flying off to the
Yeah,
side.
let's clear all that.
Skeletons are flowing downstream.
And shit, what was I saying? Oh, I wasn't even saying my bonus action right
Yeah,
there.
you were just gonna obviously do something with it.
There is also an area under Roboticus if you wish to
Oh,
sweep
okay,
that,
we'll
you could.
sweep that too. So one pulls out his broom,
Leave it all.
sweeps that. Where did I start? Was I behind this guy? So then I swept up to here. And then I think, are you cool with being in the front, Roboticus, or do you want to,
Yeah, I'm still good in the front.
all right, then I'll stay here then.
Okay. Thorak will yell, "Get across the bridge and I'll collapse it." And he shoots an arrow at the skeleton in front of Roboticus. That's going to be a miss. That's going to be a hit. And I think it's going to be an auto kill, actually. So I'm just going to drop him dead. And Let's see if he gets his power to recharge. He does not. He needs a 4 through 6, and he has rolled a 1, 3, and I think it was a 2. A 1, a 2, and a 3. He will move up behind Juan and shout to you, "Quick, move up, move up!" And that brings us to your turn, Ricardo.
All right. Can I get off the bridge with my movement?
Yes, you can at this point. So it'd be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You could stand on the dead skeleton at the end of the bridge, or you could hop off.
I want to go off. I'll pick this side.
Okay.
You're good.
Yep.
All right. So I'll use my movement to go there. I will use my bonus action to redistribute my hunter's mark. 'Cause I
Okay.
killed the last guy. I'll put it on the -5 guy right in front of me. Actually, order of operations. Can I shoot at him first and then do all that movement? Just so it's like
Yes, totally.
clear that spot and then I'll
Yeah.
move here if I can.
Yeah.
Well, regardless, I'm going to do it, but I want to just say that I'd shoot at him first.
Yep.
All right, 23 to hit
That's a hit.
and 12 damage.
He's dead.
All right, so then Ricardo would run to that spot. Boom. Then I'll use I just got to use the follow-up shot. To do. Ken, you think you're all set over there? Though they move first, so I'll shoot the guy that's on Ken. Try to prevent some damage. So I will shoot that guy.
Okay.
Boom. 20
That is a hit.
and 12 damage.
All right. And that was the one on Ken, right?
Yeah, that was the one on Ken.
He drops dead as well.
And that should be my full turn.
Gotcha. All right. Let me just knock off 2 more of these. I'm not gonna have a lot of reinforcements coming by the looks of it. Double check something. Thorak killed this one. Okay. It is their turn. 1 more will appear from the forest here and run directly for you, Ricardo. It will attack with a short sword again, rusted short sword, and it will miss. This one will run up to Ken and attack. This one will move to Roboticus and attack. Man, these guys suck. I'm gonna get better skeletons. This one will run up next to Roboticus and attack through the railing.
Oh, that hits.
Run up here. Nice. 3 points of damage, Roboticus. This one will run up to Thorak and attack. He is able to successfully block it with his bow. He actually has pretty high AC. And then several others will pile onto the bridge behind this guy. Go ahead, Roboticus. What would you like to do? I think that's all of the alive ones.
Let's see, so first punch to the guy in front of me. Ooh, 12 to hit.
It's a miss.
So 24, I guess that hits.
Yes, it does.
7 damage to him.
All right, he is dead.
Then I'll step off over to here and punch that guy again.
Okay,
26 to hit.
that's a hit.
5 damage.
All right, 5 damage. Okay. Is there anything else you would like to do?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. Ken, what would you like to do?
Ken is gonna start punching the guy in front of him.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
His flames engulfed with, or his fists engulfed with flames. He yells, "Fire strike!" Starts punching. Oh,
That's a hit.
so that's for the crit, and then this is for the first one. So he is gonzo.
Oh, yeah. And he explodes in a fury of flames and bones.
And then Ken turns to his robot friend, says, "You need a hand," and then then goes and he does his spend a key and do his flurry of blows.
That's a hit.
17 and 11, so just one.
One hit.
6.
He is not dead. You do knock off one of the arms, but he is not dead.
Ken just looks up and goes, "Shit."
Roboticus fist bumps Ken, squares up next to him.
Juan, what would you like to do?
All right. Juan is going to bop the one that's taken 11 damage. Okay. And I assume he's going to die because he's already banged up.
Yes, he is going to die.
And then what else is alive-ish? So Ricardo's got one by him, and then there's one over here. We'll and then there's all
Over
these
here.
dead bodies.
And then there's these 4 behind Thorak.
I mean, I feel like Thorak is gonna.
Get off the bridge.
Yeah, but he's gonna take an
Hold
attack
on.
of opportunity. But he seems pretty capable. I think he's a sturdy individual. He can take those attacks or the
Yeah,
attack.
we
He's only taking
gotta,
one.
we gotta clear like the next bridge. He's gonna take out that bridge.
Yeah.
Once he gets off.
Attack the bridge, make it fall,
So
sacrifice Thorak. He can die a hero.
yeah,
Oh, we need him. What if he's cool stuff?
So
He's
anyway,
bringing us to his place.
if I was to attack this guy, how much movement would that be to get by all these dead bodies?
That would be
Like this guy right here.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You could get there. You could get to next to him wherever you want.
Okay.
Right here's 30 feet.
Yeah, we'll get to there then and use our second attack. Flail.
Okay.
So
That's a hit.
hit, and then we'll do the damage. So 7 damage, and we'll add on. We'll do a D8 to do distracting strike, but really we just want extra damage.
Gotcha.
Come on. 5 damage. So he's
Okay.
got like a hit point. So when I use action surge, does that give me my full movement back, or is it just the attacks?
Just the action itself.
Okay.
You could use that to get an extra 30 feet of movement if you wanted.
And the
As in you could,
attacks,
like-
or just
Just one or the other.
okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna use that just to do another hit point of damage. Yeah, so I'll stay here and yeah,
Okay.
end turn.
Let's see. Thorak is going to... He's going to take the attack of opportunity. Straight to the gourd. For a whopping 7 points of damage, and he dies. No, he's
Oh shit.
he's totally fine, and he runs up, and you can see him rummaging around. This is going to be his full action underneath the bridge, and he goes, "Everybody, step back!" And he jumps back, and as he does, he has a rope in his hand, and he pulls, and he stumbles through the skeletons and falls over, and he's pulling this rope as hard as he can, and as he does so, the bridge collapses, and these skeletons are lost to the water below.
Or one of those on the other bridge?
There's one on each of these bridges. I set them up myself.
Atta boy. I knew I liked you.
Yeah.
And
And
he
just think
runs
alike.
across. He will get back up to use up the rest of his movement, but that will be his full turn. Let's see. That is going. Oh, let's see if he recharges that ability as well, just in case it matters for some reason.
The real question is, do
Nope.
those count as kills for us?
They count as kills, so
Yeah.
they do.
Nice. Whoever lives downriver is gonna be awfully confused when they find a bunch of bones floating.
It is Thay. They might not. Ricardo, what would you like to do?
Oof. Oh, just
fi-
keep on trucking along.
The fire by Ken goes out, by the way.
All right, so I'll use my bonus action to keep up Hunter's Mark on the new guy in front of me.
Okay.
I'll fucking try to blast him.
Disadvantage?
Sure. 25.
That is a hit.
Oh man, 5 damage. Damn it. Plus the 6. 11.
He's still up.
11. And oh, I can't do that. It's just a second bow attack, right? I can't do like an unarmed strike as a second attack, right?
I would say that if you
Can I
wanted
bludgeon
to,
him with my long bow?
yeah, if you
Like a
wanted to,
follow up.
it'll do no more than like 1d4 points of damage.
1d4. All right, what am I at? 11. I'll risk it for the biscuit. Why not?
Well,
Okay.
don't you have claws that
Well-
you can use?
Yeah, but I'm saying I can't do that, or else it's. You know what I mean? So I either my options are to roll a d4 and try to do.
Wait, you could use your claws as well. Why can't you?
I thought that was I thought I couldn't do 2 different actions. I thought I had to like the bow attack twice was like I had to attack with the bow twice. Or do I
So you
get
took
2
you took the attack action,
right?
which
Still a
means
bonus
that
action.
and a bonus action, but the attack action itself, if you have multiple attacks within it, you could use different weapons if they are at hand.
Okay. But what was but I can't do an attack and a spell.
Because that would be an attack action and a spell action.
Okay. All right. All right, then I will attack with my retractable claws. 23 to hit
That is a hit.
and 5 damage.
Ooh,
He's
Max.
dead.
Got him. All worked out in the end. All right, and then I will use movement to push forward. So this would be what, 10? I don't know how. Can I move through the trees freely?
The trees would be, well, for
Oh,
you, it might actually be okay.
I'm just thinking, like, is it really like trees or is it just like, you know,
It's like forest, yeah.
yeah, like I can just want to get over here and take a, I don't know, just move forward, I guess. Right here is good, I guess.
Okay.
Somewhere around there.
There are very few skeletons left. I think it's just the one. It will take an attack at Juan because that is the closest individual to it. 14.
Does not hit.
Okay. That will be its turn. That brings us to Roboticus. What would you like to do?
I will see our dear leader Juan in danger and under attack by this dastardly skeleton. And I will run up and I will punch it in the face. And I will miss. But that will all be a feint because I'll spin, come around, try to hit it again with a 19
That's a hit.
and do 12 damage to it.
Okay.
You do the fake punch into the nut, the nut kick or the nut knee.
Yep. Yeah, the first one was a fake out.
Oh, there's be a
So I can
spinning
nail
back
with the second
gauntlet.
one.
Okay. All the skeletons in this area are currently dead. we can drop out of combat for now. Let's just take a quick count of the skeletons. I think that's probably the most sensible thing to do. There are currently 3 over on the left side that are not dead. I think everything else is dead. I just want to make sure it's not doubled up.
Those guys can be dead. Mono
Yeah. Sure, this isn't like like a 2 times XP weekend or something.
dead. Ardo has no qualms wasting arrows.
Well, didn't you get like you
Jesus.
got like a bucket full at that general store, right?
They go quick, man. They go
But I
quick.
also I did
Ricardo tries to retrieve arrows.
I did my guy is wood carving, so it's like I figured
You
it's
hook
like
it
I
up?
can make javelins and arrows if like that was a
Yeah.
thing.
I will take all the arrows you can make.
So
Nice.
everybody gets 290 XP for that.
You doing this live?
Yeah.
All right. Because I didn't do last session either, so I'm gonna do it all at once.
Last
I was reading
session
in
was
the chat what we got. I think
yeah.
900.
290.
The total
Ooh,
is 9440.
We're just about halfway there.
Whoa.
And you are able to make it across the bridge without an issue at this point.
Nice.
All right, hold on. What's the XP? I gotta add.
What did you guys say the total was? 9
440.
9,440 XP out of 14,000 should be the number.
Oh, that's what I gotta. Oh. Set
Uh-huh.
XP. I was adding XP. Okay.
Uh-huh.
9440. We're at 9440.
Uh-huh.
Correct.
Okay.
All right. So out of initiative.
That was wild, man. That was a lot of
This
zombies.
is
I
a
feel
very
like now we're in The Walking Dead.
is a very serious
different-
situation.
So is Ken's grappling hook gone? Was he not able to
so-
recover it?
It
Could I
was
have, like-
washed away downstream with the bridge.
Oh, Ken.
Dragon,
Thorak.
heal me.
Oh,
Dragon,
is he gonna heal
you
him?
gotta heal me after you did all that
Tosses
damage.
him a healing potion.
You should use one of your spells instead.
Using all the healing
Save it.
Well, you
potions.
want me to use my spell slots, do you? To heal like 7 damage for you? Get the hell out.
14. You did almost half of my HP.
Hey,
I'm
where's
saying my
Thorak?
heal though.
Thorak,
only
where are
gonna
you
be,
taking us,
like,
by the way? Maybe we
whatever.
should figure that out first.
Ken takes a knee. He's like, why don't we just rest for a minute?
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean,
Well, we
Thorak's
gotta
taking.
we gotta get to this guy. We gotta get to Thorax's place. Then we can rest.
Yeah,
So Thorak looks at you all and says, "We should keep moving.
yeah.
We
Yeah.
should move as quickly as possible to get
Yeah.
to the safety of my home."
Agreed, Thorak. That's
Fine.
very good idea.
He looks alarmed that you would even consider resting.
Yeah,
Ken's,
Carlo
let's
does-
just keep
Ken's
moving.
like not even bothered by this like skeleton horde.
So hold on. Got a hunter's mark I used twice.
He's more bothered by the fact that he lost his grappling hook. He's like, I like that thing. I need
Look.
another one.
I bet Roboticus can make you a hook, and you can just attach a rope to it, and it'll be fine.
You know, I bet I can.
Really? Ken looks surprised.
All right, Ricardo will do. See what I mean? It literally was 5. You got 5 health.
Well,
buddy.
you rolled the lowest you possibly
Did
could.
you upcast that?
did because this guy was bitching and moaning.
God,
And so
You
got
rolled
5
2.
health.
like you
You
knew,
rolled 2 ones.
you knew when
Uh.
you did damage to him that you were never gonna hear the end of it. So that's
so-
you know.
You can re-roll both of those ones. Because I don't allow ones on hit die for short rests, and I don't allow it for like cure wounds and stuff. So those can get re-rolled.
All right, take 8 then.
It's still pretty
Got
bad, but like way better.
All right, I got 2 spell slots.
Ken
left.
looks back at this. He's like, you guys done playing grab ass? Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Ricardo takes back tank with a notched arrow. and
Okay.
Vigilant watch.
Once more, you follow Thorak through the forests as he leads you towards his shrine and home. Is there anything you'd like to talk to him about?
Would ask him. Does he know how these skeletons are like detecting us? Because it feels like they're kind of just like.
Okay.
Do we have
We're get-
trackers on us?
Yeah,
Ken
we're
looks
getting
over
we're
himself.
getting stream sniped here by these skeletons.
And he sort of says, "No, no. They simply flooded the forest. The birds, the fleeing of the birds. That was because they knew the undead were coming into the wood. If I had to guess, considering how many we found here, probably a full undead battalion. Not an unhealthy amount, to say the least. Over 1,000 undead streaming through the forest.
Oh damn.
If
Oh.
anything,
Let's
you
keep moving.
caused quite a stir wherever you came from for them to unleash what is effectively quite the horde.
Where the hell are they
Yeah,
after us?
that's fair. That is fair.
I mean,
You
I
say
feel
1,000. When you say 1,000, Ken's eyes light up. He's like, that's a lot. He's like, that'd be a lot of fun. Ken still like punches his fist together. He's like, we should stay.
I have no need or desire to fight off 1,000 Thayan dead.
These guys are pussies.
They are not difficult, but in great numbers they can easily overwhelm you. I saw it on the battlefield many times as the Thayan armies took on all of their enemies.
This is a very serious situation, Ken. Listen to
let's
Thorak.
get to your little hideout.
Listen.
Post
All right.
haste.
This way. And he leads you first east and then continuing on southward. If there's anything you guys would like to talk to him about, we can. Otherwise, we can just arrive. It's up to you.
Are we still walking through the woods and stuff?
You are.
If there's any,
Can Ricardo hunt on the way?
Sorry,
Little,
start with Juan,
Go
and then
ahead.
we'll
Yeah,
go
Juan,
to.
go
I was just gonna say if there's any, are we on a path?
They are forest paths, the type that you might expect deer to make. But as Thorak takes the lead, he says, "The eventual flush, they sometimes send the horde of undead through the forests to kill anything that they dislike. There are no mammals left in these woods, and so you suspect that these are his paths."
Okay, I would pick up any sticks that could be used to make arrows or javelins. Like if they're just lying on the path while we're walking, I would pick them up.
It's like cool
Gotcha.
looking sticks, you know.
Make a survival check.
Not finding a lot. Got a
Uh,
one.
You think you eventually find one or two. They're
Okay.
kind of crooked. A lot of these trees are birch and hickory, and none of which are necessarily good for the sort of things that you want.
Okay. Well, maybe we'll make a fire.
Does anyone else want to talk to Thorak about anything?
Let's see. We already asked
Get to
him about
see.
the town.
Ken's not very loquacious.
No, what does he know about this this lich that's leading Thay?
Saztem?
Yeah,
You mean-
Methuselah, or the guy that we ran into, seemed to have a very strong opinion about getting rid of him.
And he sort of laughs and he goes, I believe you named him Mirluaz, but all of the Red Wizards have a very strong opinion of him, whether loyal or otherwise. He has ruled Thay on and off for hundreds of years now. All that my people have known from it is pain and suffering. And he
What do
sort
you
of-
mean on off?
Sometimes he disappears. I believe the last time that happened was for roughly 50 years.
Where does he go? Does anyone know?
Nobody knows, but he always comes back, and usually with a vengeance, slaying and annihilating those who stood in his stead, regardless of whether or not they did a good job of ruling his home.
Think he's on our side. Who would have imprisoned him? Why would the Red Wizards have him in prison?
Sorry, do you mean Mirluaz or do you mean Saztam? The Lich.
Oh well, I thought we were talking about the Lich, but then you said Mirloa, so I thought you were talking about Mirloa.
So you don't know if you don't know if Saztam would be imprisoned if while he was disappearing.
Right? No. I was talking about Mirloa. I thought you started talking about Mirloa because you mentioned
Gotcha.
his name. Sorry.
No, only that Mirluaz would probably have strong thoughts on Saztam.
Oh, right. Okay.
Well, that's all my questions. Lead on.
One word. You said some of you were from. Did you say the West? I believe Ricardo.
Yes.
Do you? I mean, it's a long shot, but would you happen to know an orc by the name of? Let me find the name. Nazgat? Would you happen to know an orc by the name of Nazgat at all?
No. Name doesn't ring a bell.
No.
Done a lot of adventuring, met a lot of orcs. They seem like good people.
We were. Well, many of us were. Those of us in Thay were grand people. We built, supposedly, thousands of years ago, some of these ruins. We were Netherese amongst the humans and elves of that civilization. Come, you'll see the shrine shortly. I was simply hoping. He's my brother. He left with his son when he was a baby. I was simply hoping that they made it over to the Sword Coast as we talked about and as we planned. If since you are attempting to leave Thay, I will let you know. There are many paths. You could go north, south, east, west. But I do believe that going south is probably your best bet at this time. You could attempt to take the river, but the Cascades are dangerous. Many die, or have died, of my tribe attempting to descend them. My brother was able to get out to the west through a place that they now call Umthal, the horror where they take the orcish dead and mutilate them. Red wizards hold that keep now. I suspect I was the last orc alive to walk through it. And so I will show you the stairs, the ruins of Angabondar, the place that will descend from this stairway that they once called heaven, down onto the plains of Taratoros. And he continues to lead you through the woods, onward and onward, until you eventually arrive at a place. Oh, that failed. Sorry, give me one moment. I'm trying to load an image. That looks like this.
Ooh, fancy.
You round a bend, and there is hidden behind trees and hillside a large, columned, and stone carved area through which you are led into the inner columns of the temple on the inside. You suspect that it was once a grand place, and even though there are figures of creatures larger than life, significantly larger than life, 20-ish feet tall, they appear imaginary. Things that you've never seen before, almost maybe like a tabaxi. The feline-looking humanoids that you know populate the jungles of Chult to the south. And as you enter through the columns into the inner temple, you come to a grand opening hall upon which there is a beautiful fountain that still bubbles clear, pure water. And you can see that there is a camp here on the left side of this hall to the left of the fountain. A small tent lean-to set up against the side of the hill of the sandstone carvings, with a campfire, kettle, other items. And he brings you over and says, "Pull up stone. We shall camp here. Those of you who have weapons, you should decide amongst yourselves which of you should dip your weapon in the water. I shall grant you a boon to do so. There are 2 more of these shrines or waypoints down the stairs, the ruins of Angabandor. If you reach them, you may continue to dip your weapon in each of them. If you dip your weapon in each of the 3 pools of water, it shall retain a magical power and grant you this boon forever." He shows his bow. I was able to do this with my bow many years before. I will not descend the stairs again. Know this, there are many creatures that live along this path. Things that lurk in the dark and seek to eat you. What I have seen you do today, however, gives me hope that you will make it alive. Seek out the waypoints and the rest areas. Look for the columns like those outside. One may be collapsed at this point. It was structurally weak when I found it. Come, we shall rest here before you journey onward.
Sounds like a
begins-
hell of an idea. What kind of boons are we talking about here, guy? It's your
So
bow. My bow
so
can
he,
be like your bow.
it could be, and he shows you his bow. So he's got a bit of a composite longbow. It is beautiful. The wood is shinier and more pristine than you would expect. As you pluck the string on it, there is a twang to it that is unearthly and unlike something you have ever seen.
Will he tell me about it?
All I know is that it grants me the ability to hit my targets a little easier and gives my shots extra power.
I'm gonna
I sus-
like dip my gauntlets into the water and ask him like, so what's supposed to happen when we do this?
As you're like bringing your gauntlets toward the water, he goes, "Hold, hold. My understanding is that it only works on one item, and so the four of you should decide which item you are going to do this with before you dip them into the liquid. You cannot dip one item into one pool. One item must be dipped into 3 pools for it to have more of a hold than a day."
Playing rocks, paper, scissors then?
I
My
think
my weapon's already magical, so I'll take myself out of the running.
yeah,
phase.
whoever we choose is probably gonna be using their weapon for a while. So I mean, I'm hoping at some point. I mean, I use like a long sword, so I mean, I assume there's another.
Ken shrugs.
I'll find a sword somewhere eventually. So if
Ken
you want to
shrugs,
use,
looks at his hands, and is
all
like,
right.
I don't need a fucking weapon.
Yeah, Ken's too cool for weapons. All right, good job, Ken. And then so I guess if Ricardo, what do you? I know you want to probably soup up your long. You already got a +2 on that thing. If you get more, just like min max your longbow and fucking, you know.
I mean, Ricardo wants his bow maxed
Yeah.
out, so he definitely wants it. If you and he'll fight you guys over for it.
I mean, Juan was
But if you
literally
all are
just
conceding, then
Juan was
no, I
literally
know,
just telling you to do it because he's gonna find a
know you
cool
were.
sword at some point.
I know
So
you
dip
were.
dip
All
your
right,
fucking bow in
we
there.
should do my bow because this is a family heirloom. Hold on to it forever.
We stole
So
it from
just-
you stole it from a keep.
That's true. You're right.
But
Just
it
your
was someone's
basic
family.
soldier issue longbow.
I plan on keeping it. I miss my bow. Ricardo starts to cry a little bit, tear up, thinking about his old bow. They stole from him.
Ken like pats you on the shoulder. He's like, "Sure, bud. It was in someone's family at some point."
Yeah,
He smiles
he
and he's
would
like,
look.
"Now it's in yours."
He would look over to Thorax and be like, "Hey, you got any more of those fancy bows laying around here?"
No, I do not. Like I said, I did the entire pilgrimage once before, down to the plains of Tirataros, and then back. There were many creatures that stalked me both ways. It was one of the most terrifying experiences I've ever had. Mind you, I was alone in the dark. I suspect the 4 of you will be able to navigate this evil together a little easier than I did, if that is the way that you choose.
Ricardo summons his Drake.
Ken like lights his fist. And he's like, "I can see in the dark pretty easy," and smiles.
But I suspect that this is the way that you should go. You could attempt the Cascades, like I said, or go to the west Umthal, the fortress of the mutated undead orc. Or, well, frankly, you could have gone east, along the road, but that brings you towards some of the largest cities within Thay. And if it's the Sword Coast which you wish to go, I suggest you go south and steal a boat or a ship to make your way out of the country.
Nice.
Would you like to accompany us on our journey?
I would not be
See-
opposed, but I would
Could-
prefer if you were able to simply bring a message to the Sword Coast for me.
Of course, but I think if you wanted to find your brother, I would gladly help you find your brother.
My suspicions are that Nazgat would be either dead or in a tavern hole somewhere for the rest of his life. If you do find him, let him know that he has much to live for. If you find his son, Volknar, tell him that I would like to see him someday, and if he lives, I shall come find him.
Volknar. Sounds so familiar. I will, of course, give that message to him.
Let them know that the princes of the orc kind still live.
Message is safe with me. One
Thank you.
danger
Come.
to another.
Break bread with me over the fire. We shall rest.
Is this a short
Long
rest?
resting it up. Long rest, short rest. What do we got?
However long you guys want.
I feel like we're doing a short rest at this point.
And we're gonna go adventuring down the well.
What time is it
Yeah,
though?
we gotta soup up fucking Ricardo's weapon.
Alright,
So
sure.
it's mid-afternoon, 3 p.m. roughly.
Yeah, I can do short.
Let's do a short. What does short give me?
Gives me all my
So?
key back and some health is what it does.
He does warn you that the descent down is roughly a 2-day journey, and this is actually why they have the waypoints. Because it was a difficult climb in the years where the Netherese had built these temples, let alone now where creatures in the dark inhabit them. And so these waypoints acted as simultaneous like pilgrimage hostel and place of sanctuary, because even though it was lit, it was still a dark and treacherous journey up and down these stairs.
I mean,
Well,
we're
well, maybe we
we're-
long rest it up and then just take a journey. I mean, it sounds like it's a journey, so.
I already did the short rest.
Alright, whatever.
Well, it's not a
Short
big
rest
deal
it up.
to.
We can just take a long rest along the way, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Just don't know the difference, I guess. I get my spells back at a short? I don't think so.
I don't think you do.
So why are we short resting? What do you guys get? Health?
Health and I get all my key.
As you are sitting there resting, you do begin to see in the outer courtyard, specifically like in this area behind the water, undead begin to populate and take residence, staring towards the columns. And yet they get no closer. They walk no closer than effectively that sliver of water, and they just stand there looking at the columns. You're not even sure that they can see through the darkness into the inside of the temple or shrine.
What's up with those guys? They live here with you?
They sometimes come here when they flood the forest. They never come any further than the water. I have, on occasion, decided to pick several of them off till I get bored. If you wish to make a competition of it, I would not be opposed.
I mean, we could sit here all day killing zombies, but what are they doing? Just
He sort of
stand there?
He shrugs and he says, "It helps me pass the time. But yes, they will stand there until they are recalled by the Red Wizards for a new task. No longer
you-
than 2 days, roughly."
And you're just gonna chill here while we go down there for a couple days?
Oh, would you not continue onward to the south if you were to descend the stairs to the plains of Tiratoros? I believe that you have a map, don't you not?
Of course, we got a map. Robots got the map.
yeah, we would keep going.
Yeah, I think we're past like the. So you're saying the dungeon is like a where it's like a pass through kind of a thing. Where
Yeah,
there's-
so he describes it as one of the several ways off of Thaymount, which is the plateau in the center of the country. And so it would bring you down from the forest towards the town of Huruk.
Nice.
Hurkh.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like we go down there, come back
Yeah,
up, and then
no.
do
So
the
this
journey.
functions as a sick dungeon where you get your bow souped up. Plus, we can also use it to pass on to where we need to go. So it's pretty sweet.
Thanks for the help, buddy. I think we
from-
should Head on.
Yeah, whatever you say, I'm on board.
From there, you have two main choices: south, east, or sorry, one. You have a few choices: south, east, or west. If you head west, you go towards Nethanir, where many of my orc kind were able to eventually flee. If you go south, you go towards the Alamber Sea to gain a boat and then head towards the west, which would be towards the Sword Coast, which you are from. If you head east, you may head through friendlier territory, though it is also the home of the Probity Corps eventually. There are
Alright,
two
we
different
definitely don't want
paths
to
that you
go
could
east.
take.
We'll go west or south, probably.
Who was friends? I believe it was Roboticus. Can you roll a history check, Roboticus?
25.
It's a pretty good roll, and that helps you remember that you spoke to an individual who was from the southeast, Ganathwood in particular, the were-rat.
Oh shit, yeah, the where rat, buddy.
He would be from the southeastern forest of Ganathwood, as he described it. If you made any promises to him, that would be where you needed to go.
Shit, did I make a promise to him?
Check your TMs. I hated that guy.
Same.
Was the
That's why I
rat the
didn't-
one that got deleted?
Yep.
Yeah.
He
And
was
then
gonna like
Sorby was the one that jumped off the mountain with the other guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorby was
Yes.
the one who made it though.
They went
The other guy
rolling
fell.
down.
Yeah.
The
No, they
Sorby was
both fell
making-
eventually.
Nice. All right. Are we doing this?
Let's
do
go,
it.
man.
This looks like
Dungeon
fun.
time.
Sure,
Okay.
fuck it, let's go.
Last chance, Tyreek. You want to come get your brother? Come with us?
Tyreek.
Thorak has made himself a pot of tea, and he says, "No, please give my regards to Nazgat, and give my sorrow to Volknar if you see him. I wish he lived in a better time, more civilized age." And he pours you all tea. You all take a short rest. You all regain anything as you need. And he points you towards doors at the back of the temple and the stairs on the back at the back of the this sort of like entry hall. He says, "Down those stairs at the bottom are a set of doors. I keep them locked at all times. I shall come with you on the other side and lock them once more. If you return and you need help, there is a large bell. Pull the rope, and I will come running to unlock the door. Fend off any creatures you can. We will let you through. We will get you through to this side, and then we will close the doors together. Whatever we do, we cannot let any of the creatures that are beyond out of that dungeon. They must remain sealed on inside. I would ask that you do the same when you leave the place and go southward. Let yourself out, as I locked the doors from the inside. They are not intelligent enough. There is a key. You shall find it under a rock near the doors. The rock is quite heavy. With a little bit of ingenuity, you should be able to lift it, get the key, unlock the door, and let yourself to the other side. Slip the key back through the chute, and it will go under the rock. A mechanism I devised over several days myself during the one time I was down there. With this, you let me and others make this passage. You see, one of the many reasons why I may remain here are that I hope someday I will find more orcs, and I can lead them to safety down this way. And this is why I wait.
Very noble of you.
Thank you.
But before we go down there, do I need to dip this first pool, or is it the 3 pool?
Yeah, you got to dip this pool. This is the first of the 3.
I would do
and
that before we go down there.
You got to do each one within a day of the other. So if you go to the next one and it's within 24 hours, you're good. If you make it to the third one within 36 hours of the second, however, you'd have to go back to the first and redo both.
Oof. Yeah. They go quick, boys. So Ricardo would dip his bow in the first pool and then start running up to the door.
Gotcha.
The timer's starting.
And as you descend this large, grand stairway to these double, magnificent sandstone doors, you can see that there is a large wooden bar across them that is able to be lifted rather easily with a pulley mechanism, and then the door pushed open. All of this happens in silence. And Thorik says, "Peace be with you. I hope you are able to escape from Thay." You descend into the dark. Who has light, and what are you using?
Ken has
Uh,
dark vision.
I like touch my mechanical eyeballs, and I make 5 feet of light come out of them.
Okay.
Actually, would
And
my
Ken-
eyeballs be magical because they're part of the magical robot body?
They would be.
Ken would also like light his hand and be like, "Does anybody need a torch? Just be like, I can light you up."
I don't have any
What?
sort of torch.
Yeah, I don't. I
Oh,
don't. I
I
think
have
Oh, you guys
a
seen-
torch,
I
but
was gonna say,
like,
"Oh, I can light your torch." You know.
all right. Does that? Because I'm using a sword and shield. Does that like? Can I hold a torch while holding my sword and shield? That is the
You give it
Yeah,
to
you
somebody else,
could be
maybe.
an issue.
Yeah, you cannot. If you have sword and board, you got to hold both of those. Torch would require either some level of jerry rigging onto the shield, or it would require an extra
Ooh,
hand.
I make your sword emit light for 5 feet.
Okay,
So there's one.
nice.
And then I guess I don't know,
But
my
torch is
belt or
stronger light source though. That only helps him.
I'll take a torch. 'Cause
Okay,
I'm just using gauntlets, so it's
yeah.
fine for me.
I'll give you the torch that I grabbed from the general store.
We'll just use the Ricardo. Will
I
just have
assume.
to
I don't know that for
take
sure
both.
though. I'm just assuming a torch is better light source than.
Well, you sounded real confident when you said it, so.
Right.
I think a torch is a better light source. I would have to double check, but I'm pretty sure it gives off more light than on.
5 feet.
Yeah. Torch
Yeah, 20
burns
foot
for 1
radius.
hour. So it will only give you an hour of light.
Damn.
Got problems, team.
Yeah.
mean-
That stick that you found, Juan,
Oh yeah.
if you would like, you can make a secondary torch from that.
Okay. I can make a
Sounds
backup
like
torch,
we
you
need
guys.
Lumiere to just walk ahead of us.
All right, here
Yeah.
you go.
Ken lights it on fire.
Yeah. Yeah, lead the way. Too cool for weapons.
All right.
Ricardo tries to pick up Ken and use him as a candlestick.
Hey,
Walk him around.
Yeah.
don't touch me.
I guess
Maybe I'll take the front and Ken takes the back because we're the 2 light sources.
I got the front, man.
So
Okay.
you can
He's
see
got dark
60
vision.
in front of
Yeah.
us. Yeah.
Oh,
So
true.
we've got.
Yeah.
Sorry, what is the marching order?
Ken's in front.
Okay.
Roboticus is in the back.
Okay. And that puts Juan
And I got my Drake is with me. I summoned him earlier.
Gotcha. And your Drake is with you.
We're in a scary dark place, so now your Drake's out.
Oh, he came out earlier. I showed our buddy him before we left.
Yeah, I like Thorak.
Yeah,
He's a cool
Thorak was
character.
dope. I wish he came along, but it's alright. He's a cool guy.
Okay. So as you open the doors and you descend into the dark, it is immediately stairs. And the stairs are shallow. We're talking an inch, 2 inches at most in most places, carved into the sandstone into the cliffside itself. And as you begin to descend into the darkness, you can see that there are shafts of light that randomly appear, bringing light in from the outside. It's not always entirely dark, but it is always at least a dim light. As you continue to descend through the darkness, you realize that there are spots where off to the left or the right, randomly off the stairs, there are chasms, cliffs, holes into the mountainside that drift away into nothingness, jagged sort of little nooks and crannies that a body could be lost in quite easily. You can see that there are these you know yawning sort of areas of nothing between the stairway and the walls. Ken in the front, you continue to descend. 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, 3 hours, and it goes onwards. As we delve into the darkness, I would like a random monster encounter check. So I would need a 1d6, please.
Someone
Ken,
do it.
Ken, you're leading us.
I don't know.
Okay.
Someone else.
It's the responsibility you take and be in the lead.
No. I'll do a check. This is different.
All right, fine. 1d6. Here we come. 1.
Oh, he both
That
rolled a
is-
1?
We both
Okay.
rolled ones.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
pretty interesting. There are no monsters. However, you do come across a section of rubble where the cliffside has spilled down onto the stairway, and you can see the remnants of skeletons underneath. The feet of one sticking out from this rubble. You see hands, a crushed skull, and a few more things. But on these legs, these feet that stick out from under this rubble, are a magnificent green pair of boots.
Ooh. Ken looks at him. What the fuck are these?
I pick them up and I cast Identify on them.
They are. Are you taking 10 minutes to do that?
You can look
What
at
is
them while we walk. Right? Pick them up and bring them with
Oh,
you.
yeah. Is that something that we can do? If I like stop, like keeping watch, and I just walk and examine the boots, or would we have to be like stationary for 10 minutes?
I mean, either way, it's fine. I think thematically, if we've been walking for 3 hours, we could take a break for.
Are
10
we still
minutes.
walking in the dark though? I don't know if you want to be distracted while walking in the dark.
I know. I was
Sure, yeah,
thinking, but
we'll take a
I'll
10-minute
fill in
breather.
there.
I
We'll
think
take a
10
10-minute
minutes.
breather.
Yeah, 10 minutes is fine.
I'll identify the boots.
As you identify them, you realize that they are boots of speed.
Ooh.
Has Ken written all over him, or is that overkill?
I don't know. That might be like
Yeah.
like an everyone thing.
Oh my goodness. This is very much a Ken thing.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool to just make Ken super fast because he's already the fastest. Then if Ken took like the mobile feat, he'd be like insane.
No.
Yeah, do it, Ken. You
You
won't.
literally run circles around people.
Yeah,
If only
and then
you were
haste them.
Tabaxi.
Yeah, then haste.
Oh,
Haste on top of that.
Yeah.
Move 160 feet around.
Yeah.
Silly.
Ken
runs a
creates
mile and
he
then
creates a
ends the turn.
tornado. Yeah. Take him, Ken.
All right, yeah. Ken, you can have them.
They're uncomfortable to slip on at first. You actually have to take one off and shake it upside down, and one or two of the toe knuckles fall out of the toe
Ooh.
area of the boot. And yet you slip them on after about an hour of walking in them. They are not only comfortable and attuned, but they are the most comfortable pair of shoes you have ever worn. In fact, it feels not as if you have placed on boots, but rather a second set of skin and feet, something that has molded to you in such a way that you are able to move rapidly and in ways that you never thought possible.
Yeah, you see Ken like kind of like walking funny for like the first hour, and then eventually he starts like stretching and just like dashing around. He's like, "What the fuck?" And he's like, "These boots are crazy."
Yeah.
He's suddenly very fast.
We're
Even faster
grave
than before.
robbers.
Okay,
Nothing we won't steal.
let's get another roll for the second leg of the journey. D6.
Beep boop.
Okay.
Almost the opposite of a 1.
as you descend more stairs, you come to a point where they are heavily worked into the stone itself. We'll put Ken in front. Oops, I gotta. No, I gotta fix that. Sorry. The magnitude of this map needs to be adjusted. Alright, let's try this. Much better. Who's in the back? Is that Ricardo? Is that right?
Although no, it was someone else because we had light in the front. light in the back.
Roboticus was in the back.
Roboticus.
I'm in the middle because I can't see shit.
Gotcha. So you and your Drake are in the middle. You're
damn it.
walking in a line, roughly speaking, and you are at the top of a set of stairs that actually seem to have fallen apart and worked away. It's unclear. But what you can tell peering through the darkness is that stairs give way to nothing in this area. Stairs give away into rough stone in this area, and that you could make the trek this way, but it will be difficult. And that the stairs all lead towards the next set of area, and you can see light to the south, streaming through a hole, unsure how long and how deep back up to the surface, but it appears to be the size of a fist. What would you like to do?
Anybody see light?
Oh, did I? Sorry, can you guys not see any of this?
We
I
cannot.
can't see. It's all dark.
All
yeah.
dark.
I'm sorry. I
Oh,
thought it was on
totally-
purpose too. That's
Nope,
why I was
I'm
like,
sorry.
it's just dark.
that was when I actually
Okay.
set that up a long time ago.
okay.
All right.
So,
I mean,
huh.
follow the path, bro.
So we can go down these stairs, but then the rest after these stairs is all messed up. Is that
Yes, that is correct. And you have to choose one of the ways. It looks like this way leads into off the side of the cliff.
okay?
This way leads down off like at least a 10-foot drop. And this way leads off of a 5-foot drop, and this is all difficult terrain.
Hmm.
Ken points to the middle and he's like, "That way looks the easiest," and starts running down the
10-foot
stairs.
drop. Yeah, Ken says, knowing that he doesn't take any fall damage.
Yep.
We had that grappling hook.
Yeah. Ken had to do some Indiana Jones shit. Had to do it.
That's right.
You know what? I got some pittance.
Okay, so as you guys are beginning to move there, can I get Can I get a D4 roll, please? Put you all together down here.
I'll do that.
Ken's gonna do it. Finally. It's gonna be a team player.
Okay, cool. And can I get another D4 roll?
Okay.
You gonna roll, Ken?
Got Juan Ortega rolling. Ooh,
4.
see what this means.
Okay, that would be that one. Excellent. And perfect. Okay. As you begin to head into this area, you can see the following. That there is a creature hanging on the underside of these stairs that have seemingly collapsed, and that it has what appears to be a rope dangling from the underbelly of it. You can see this rope sort of swinging back and forth underneath this area. And as this is happening, you can see another creature come out of this hidey hole here. I will place some tokens for this. So far as you can tell, none of them have seen you as of yet. Is there anything that you would like to do while I place these tokens?
We
have to, like,
clearly so we clearly saw them.
You can see bits of these creatures. So the rope of the one that is closest to you underneath the stairs, you can see. I'll place that one now. That's the first one I'm going to place.
If Ken started seeing big creatures in this cave, he would hide behind the rock and try to roll stealth.
Okay.
You should light that one rope on fire.
Oh,
No,
that thing
he's
is
rolling stealth.
that thing is ugly.
The other one is nothing more than a shadow.
Did Ken do any hand motions to let us know that there's trouble ahead?
It would be unusual for you to see Ken hiding. He usually runs in head first to fight. So,
All right.
and then
Well,
you see him like wave you over and then like do like the shh.
yeah. If I
symbol.
see Ken hiding, then I will do what he's doing on the other side.
What are you guys hiding for? Ricardo would just walk by him.
Hey, what are you guys hiding about?
Perfect.
Oh, should I? If I'm gonna, I guess I should.
Ken
roll.
does face
Okay.
face
I don't.
palm.
I don't hide as well as Ken.
Okay.
I know what I'm gonna do.
So we've
Gotta
got
do
2 stealth checks. What are the rest of you doing?
I guess I'll take a knee with Juan over here.
So is this room a little bit lit up, or you know what I mean?
Only by you.
From the, not by by
Or
my
only by
group,
you
I
and your
mean.
companions, yeah.
Yeah. And
Ricardo,
does
get
one of
over
us have
here.
a torch at this point?
I believe it would have been several hours, so I believe both torches would be extinguished.
Okay.
It is dim light, however, and that's because of the light to the south that is streaming through.
Right. Can I find? Is there any sort of? Do I believe that Ken could like, with his fist, light one of my arrows on fire?
I would say it is a potential. It's going to be
Can
difficult.
I? Yeah. Or using my survival or my resourcefulness. Is there anything I could fix to my, like some dried anything on the ground that is like dried up?
I have
Grass or something.
alchemist supplies, and tinker's tools. So
I
make
just want. It's got to be
fire
something
arrows.
quick. Yeah, we don't have time to construct fire arrows.
What are you
No,
looking to
we
do?
got a tinker.
Alright, I would take an arrow out of my quiver and crouch over quietly to
Roboticus is like a 3D printer, man. You got to remember that.
and I would just say, "Hey Ken," and I would hold out my arrow and try to like, your fists aren't on fire at all times. You light them
No,
up.
I light him up before a
I would
fight.
say, "Hey, can you give me a little flame?"
Ken would sort of look at you funny, and be like, "I can try," and he'll grab the edge. He'll grab like the end of the arrow. Try to
light it on
light his hand up.
Okay.
fire. And if
Make
my
a. I'm gonna say make a wisdom saving throw or a wisdom check. Sorry.
Wisdom check. Just straight wisdom.
Yeah, just a straight wisdom check.
14.
That is good enough. You are able to, with a little bit of concentration and focus, bring fire to the arrow.
all right. Ricardo is then going to don his wings, his gem flight. Oh, it's only 1 minute. Damn.
Yeah, what are you doing, man?
Oh, I was gonna fly up a little bit, not too like loudly, but a little discreetly, and try to somehow shoot that rope with the flaming arrow at this point.
Okay. Go ahead and make a stealth check and then a attack roll.
Stealth check.
Yep.
16.
Okay.
And then attack roll will be a 15.
Okay. As you fly up, you see the rope begin to retract. And you shoot the arrow at it, and it misses as it retracts. And you no longer see the creature, or any
Oh.
bit of the creature.
All right. I
That
don't know
would've
what to do now.
That would have been cool enough that it was definitely worth trying.
As this happens, the other creature seems to duck into cave that you initially saw it come out of and hide.
I think they know we're here now.
Please roll initiative.
All right, boys. Let's go get
Please
'em.
You can fly
Okay.
for 9 more rounds, or however, like
Ooh,
one. You
nat
know, their
20.
maximum rounds -1.
Alright.
All right. Let's see. Ricardo, you get to go first. What would you like to do?
Um,
Oh, also, I don't know if this is going to change anything, but I would have given the 3 of us without dark vision like a pebble or something that gives off 5 feet of light, just for their own like personal space.
Gotcha.
right. Ricardo's going to use his movement to try to look under there.
Okay. And are you flying, or are you?
Yeah, I'm flying at this point, right? I
Okay.
have to, right? That's a big drop, I
Sure.
assume.
Sure. That makes sense. You fly over and you begin to look underneath. And as you do so, you can see a creature hanging from the underside of the stairs. This creature is horrific looking. Let me just pull up the description briefly. The appearance of a stalagmite or a stalactite. It often appears as if it's dangling off the rock itself. There are what appear to be sticky sort of suction-y cup things onto the cave wall, and you can see that what was in a rope in appearance actually a tentacle, many of which seem to be hanging off this creature, and they seem to be moving back and forth in the air towards what is a gaping maw with many teeth and a single eye looking at you.
Say no more. 2 longbow shots to the
Okay.
face, and a bonus action hunter's mark.
Gotcha.
So I'll
It's actually,
miss one of them, but god damn it.
okay. It's actually quite bigger.
So I'll just do this plus a hunter's mark. 14 damage.
All right. So the first shot hits, the second misses. 14 damage to this creature. Yeah. That does full damage.
And then I guess Ricardo would just get a little elevation, and just kind of hover up there. Can
Okay.
see what's going on.
What's your movement speed
I think it's only
for?
to total 30. It's the same as my walking, so it's 30 for both.
Okay, you're gonna have to be a lot closer.
Okay.
To the point where you're like here, yeah. Okay.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Anything else?
Nope.
All right. Ken, what would you like to do as you see Ricardo take 2 arrow shots towards whatever was
Actually,
this rope?
I have my Drake, right? But I can't.
You do.
Can you quickly remind me how my Drake? Like, I can't. Is commanding it an action, but it can attack on its own?
It's a bonus action, I think. Let me find that.
Do anything with it? Does it
Um,
do anything on its own? Like without my. It was real weird. I couldn't understand what I could make it do versus what I needed like actions to do.
Yeah, let me see if I can find that really fast.
So
So it's
summon,
under...
which I already used.
So I'll find this again. Favorite foe.
Here, in combat, a Drake shares your initiative count, taking its turn immediately after yours. You must take a bonus action on your turn to command it to take an action, or it will take the dodge action. So it
So
Yeah.
the
can move and
one...
though it can move and take reactions on its own. If you are incapacitated. Right, so I can move it around, but it can't attack unless I use a bonus action.
Yes,
kind
I
of
think
the
that's
your
right.
your bonus action is its action.
Okay. Otherwise, it can just move around. I can move it
Yes.
around.
Yes.
All right, then I'm gonna have it. Are these 5-foot squares?
They are not. You have to use the
Yeah.
actual measurement tool
Okay.
for this one.
You can use it as like a
Okay.
shield, basically.
I wanted to see if he could go down to that cave and kind of confront this thing.
He can go up to the edge of that of the stairs, like the edge of the stairs here.
I
But
meant the other one, so more like over here, like to go down here
gotcha.
in some way.
Let's see. I don't think he can get much farther than if, and this is if he like uses everything. He can get to like, I want to say like probably about here because of the difficult terrain, like climbing around.
Okay, he is 30. Okay. Um, ooh. Actually, no. I'm gonna have him do the stair thing, and that's good.
Would you like him to jump down or anything else, or just stay there?
Stay there for now.
All right. Go ahead, Ken.
All right, so Ken, wearing his new J's, finishes tying his shoes, and then looks up to the two lads over here, and then sort of gives them a grin. Is like, "Got a jet," and then clicks his heels and fucking bolts 30 feet to here, so like the edge of the stairs. And so he had probably seen like Ricardo fighting something underneath the stairs, right?
Yes.
All right. So Ken's gonna he's gonna jump down. So that was 30 feet. He's gonna move another what would this be? Would I provoke it if I were to move, like keep jumping down there?
You don't know.
Okay. Well, either way, he'd be jumping from here to like here. And then
Okay.
turn around.
So that will provoke it. And what I will do is this. It will get a tendril attack. And the
At
tendril
disadvantage.
attack.
Because
Okay.
the boots.
Gotcha.
Well, what do the boots do? I think I read the boots.
Opportunity attacks are disadvantaged with the boots.
Oh,
It is a miss.
Cool.
What else would you like to do? As you see these tentacles lash out within quite a long ways, at least 20 feet.
Like they like grab at his feet and he fucking like kicks him off as he's running by. He's like, "What the fuck?" And, like as soon as he lands, he fucking like catches himself and then like looks up, fist light on fire, and he starts throwing his flaming fists.
And so you
And,
can now see the creature on the underside of the stairs.
Yeah. So
Uh,
he's doing his cantrip here. 18 to hit.
So it hits the creature, but seems to bounce off of some sort of natural armor.
Fire damage? Oh shit, that's not good for Ken.
Not necessarily the fire damage. It like the way I would describe it is some of the flesh seems to turn stone-like for a moment in that area.
You can just
Just has
fucking straight up like repel magic.
really high AC.
Huh, okay. Well, Ken is just like, "What the fuck?" And just yells to the guys, "This thing's strong. Be careful."
Okay, end of your turn.
Yeah, I still have more movement. I guess after seeing how strong it is, Ken backs up a bit more. So I went from, so that was 30, and then there to there was like 15. So I have like another 35 or so, whatever. I'm just gonna back up a little bit more, like to just like over here.
All right.
Just sort of square up, like facing the monster now.
Gotcha. That would bring us to the next creature. Out from the depths, you hear a scree and a screech, and you see climbing up over the side of this tunnel in the earth a worm-like crawling carrion creature that begins to come up over the side and on top of the rocks. And it gives this horrific noise and looks at the battle unfolding. It then crawls forward down into this area and attempts to grab at you in the air with one of its tentacles. Ricardo.
No.
Does a 14 hit?
No.
No. It will then turn and attempt to hit you with a tail attack. 24
24? Yeah, that'll hit.
for 10 points of damage. That'll be its turn. Juan, what would you like to do?
That's a very good question. What would one like to do? So my 30 feet of movement will get me next to Ricardo's lizard.
It's a very good thing.
And then, do I want to jump down and take some attacks? I guess now that this gross thing has entered
You might be able to reach that thing.
the fight, I will throw a javelin at it.
Okay.
With a 16 to hit.
That is a miss.
Wowie, wow.
It's
All
got
right.
high AC.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll try another javelin. I think, yeah. A 20 to hit.
That is a hit.
Okay. For 7 damage.
And that is piercing?
Javelin is piercing, yep.
Okay. That creature does take the javelin. It doesn't seem to hurt it a lot.
Hmm.
It does do some damage.
My Drake would like to use its reaction,
Oh, nice.
which will add a d6 lightning damage to that attack. You can roll it.
Okay.
D6.
D6. That's the square one. 2.
All right. So two, and as the javelin hits, you see a little burst of like electricity across it.
Oh. Juan thinks he did that. Yeah, I think I can't talk to this thing because it probably doesn't speak my language. So I will end my turn.
Okay. Roboticus, we will come to you. And after everyone has taken, so Roboticus is the last character. After everybody's taken a round, we'll probably call it for the night, and we'll pick it back up here next week.
Okay. Looks like I can only get next to Wand. So I think that I'm gonna magic missile this bitch.
Okay.
I point my hand at it, my fingertips open up, and 3 bursts of magical energy fire out and do 4 damage, and then 5 damage, then 2 damage.
So a total of 11 points of damage. Gotcha. And as you do so, you see each one of them lance into this creature, and you once again hear that horrific sort of scree as the tendrils on it scrape against the rock to ensure that it does not move in its agony. And it notices you, Roboticus.
Oh shit.
As this is happening, You do hear whooshing sounds. Let me check something. Does anybody have a passive perception of 20 or above?
Whew. Oh.
Okay.
19 out of 20.
Okay. That brings us to the creature on the underside of the area of the stairs. And it will come back into action for a moment here because it is going to make multiple attacks. It will use 2 attacks against Ricardo using its tendrils. 13?
Oh.
How about a 19?
Yes.
Please make a... no, sorry. You are grappled. So you're going to be grappled. And it will reel you in and take a bite attack at you. 20 to hit
Oof, 48. Oh,
for 10 points of damage.
oh wow.
Wow.
And so you are
Wow.
moved here towards the underside of the area.
You got so lucky on that
Roboticus-
roll, man. Holy shit.
Roboticus and Juan, all you can see are these tendrils suddenly shoot out, grab Ricardo from midair, reel him in, and then you hear like a squelching noise as it bites into him. Ken, you see all of this happening.
Holy fuck.
It will also make a tendril attack against you, Ken. Does a 15 hit?
I believe so. Yeah, 15 hits.
Okay. It will also grapple you, but it
Oh,
cannot reel
no.
you in on this turn.
Oh,
Okay.
And that is where we will pick it back up.
So it doesn't do
Next week.
damage, it just grapples me?
Just on that one, it just grapples you. It already
For
used
now.
its ability to reel and then bite. It only gets one of those per round.
Yeah. I don't think
So
we
it's
want to
just
get
like,
bit by
okay.
that.
No.
So to get ungrappled, is that a I don't know, it would be obviously a roll, I guess, but that would be like just an action to like fight out of it.
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
it's an acrobatics or an athletics check, and I can tell you now that the DC is a 15.
What about with
Athletic,
Ken's incredible speed?
I don't know. I don't think your speed adds anything to that.
Yeah, that's all right.
Cool. Good game,
you
guys.
Juan
And
will save you.
welcome
gotta
to the ruins of Engabondor.